Attention, you have now been infected.
Mission Infect is a collective.
Replicon.
Replicon Radio. Replicon Radio. Talking shit with the juggalos on Replicon Radio. Give it a listen. Don't be a bitch. Replicon Radio.
I don't know if they can hear us over this or not, but I'm talking right now.
This is Replicon Radio.
Yeah, what? That's fun. Yeah, it goes hard.
Hell yeah.
Yo, 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 what up, y'all?
Let me know when you're going to play something else. I'll put this back on.
We live.
Yo.
Can everybody hear us okay?
How is it? How is the experience to your ear holes right now?
Can you hear us all right? Everything coming through? That does go hard. Could you hear us, Tigger? Tigger, you got to let us know. We need you to give us the input, bro. Could you hear the music okay? Could you hear us over the music? Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Those are three separate questions.
Yeah.
Because if you could hear us over the music.
For one of them, so.
One was, I think, he can hear us.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that as yes, he can hear us.
Yeah.
Can you hear the background music now? And is it too loud? And can you hear us over it? Because it should be very quiet.
Yeah. Came through
It
good.
came through good. All right, cool. Well, what's up? Welcome to the show.
What up? Replicon Radio. That's how it go with the little...
Astronomicon 8 recap.
Yeah, that's that many. That's that many.
What up, why not?
What up?
You hear us? Okay, yes, I can. And you can hear us over. Okay.
Okay.
So if we do that again, as you can see, we're not in the studio.
Oh.
We're missing a room.
Yup.
Which is going to cause for a terrible recap show because he normally reminds me what the fuck I did.
Because somebody doesn't drink responsibly.
Yeah, Rue. Rue does not drink responsibly, but he has a good memory.
That's the guy that can't remember shit.
Yeah. Background.
Just shut the door.
No, it's too late.
I mean, it's decorated in there. You should be more worried about the tits on the wall.
Yeah.
Getting another fucking
Tits on
strike
the wall.
on the goddamn channel.
Tits on the wall. It's always sound okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Lots of things. He was a little going.
Shocker.
What are you talking about, bro?
He just said that he's the responsible one. He just doesn't have a good memory. That's all it is.
Right. Exactly. I did get a little fucked up Thursday and Friday. I did not Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Well, that sounds responsible. Or were you sick?
I wasn't sick at all.
Uh-huh.
I planned to. I had full intentions to Saturday.
Yeah.
I was drinking. I got a pretty good buzz on before the concert. And I felt good. Like, I felt kind of crappy all day because I was so drunk from before.
Yeah.
Then I felt good. I was like, fuck yeah, that was good. Then I went to the show, and I had 2 beers, and then the show started. and I didn't drink. They did a whole, like, they didn't stop for 2 hours, and I didn't leave, so I just didn't drink. And then we hung out and kicked it, and yada yada, and then we got back to the room, and I was like, should I drink? Everybody wants to party. I kind of want to party, but I'm actually really tired. And I sat down, and I was like, I'm just going to stay here.
I'm going to bed.
I'm just going to stay here.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Hello, dog.
He still ain't got no, but he does have food, but you can't have it.
To be fair, I'm not mine to eat it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to eat it, but not use it.
That's not good to you, but yeah, we're back. We're home. It was a great weekend.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to have things ready, but everything's. I'm so behind, bro. I'm not even home. Like, I'm not mentally home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I understand that. I'm going through the pre-trip stages with Alex right now because she's getting ready to go to New Orleans, and so like she was just saying that it takes a day or two to like get yourself mentally back home.
Yeah.
And so like it's funny.
Yeah, I'm always ready to go.
Yeah, you do it. You go a lot, man.
I'm always ready to go, but
Yeah.
I'm never ready to go home.
Yeah,
Never ready to go. I'm not ready to be home now, and I'm not. Like, I'm not mentally here. We got home last night.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got home last night, and I woke up. I went to sleep. I got up at 6 a.m. And I was like, "Fuck this!" Used the bathroom, went back to sleep, and then I overslept. Woke up at like after 11, and then by the time I got to work, I worked like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I had to come here, and then we weren't sure what to do because Rue couldn't make it last minute. Everything's fine. He just couldn't make it. He might pop in later. I'm not sure. Matter of fact, that reminds me, I gotta send other people might pop in there too.
There you go. We might have guests.
Nobody who I've actually confirmed with today, but,
Yeah.
but people who wanted to, which would be a good idea because then we could talk about the awards. Or not the awards, we did that.
It's crazy how much better your camera looks in this lighting than it does at Rue's house.
Yeah,
It looks like you're filming through a fucking mesh screen at Rue's house. You can't
it's the
even.
same case. It's because it's just the light, I guess.
It has to be. Maybe the fucking air is more, clean in
Yeah,
here.
the area is clean. It is weird sitting here talking about the headphones, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It does feel less official. And the
100%.
microphone, like the structure's not there.
Yeah, it's not. It's strange. It's
Yeah.
like we're sitting at the table, and it's weird. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all things Astro. If you were at Astro, I want to know your favorite stories. What's up, John? Tigger Kanga. I know you guys were there. We hung out a lot. Tell us about your. I mean, if you guys want to join, you can join, but I know you don't want to. But if you do want to, you can. But I want to know what your Astro was like.
I know my Astro was great.
Yeah, tell me about your Astro.
My Astro was great. I stayed at home because I didn't have a car because it was in the shop, and I played 2 video games. Well, no, because I'd already beat the 1 video game that I started on, but I was playing Far Cry 5, and I beat that while you were at Astro. I did beat Sniper Elite 4 before that. What's that noise? Yeah. I don't know what that noise is.
Well, it gets this.
Oh, that's what your
My
computer
fan
did?
just kicked
Oh
on.
God, the computer on his or the fan on this computer kicked in. It doesn't sound good.
It started doing that the other night, man.
Probably needs to be cleaned.
Well, like a week ago. Really.
Probably needs to be cleaned.
Thank you, Replicon Radio, for making me feel like I didn't miss any panels. Well, you did. You still did. You still missed some. They're not all. One, they're not all up, and 2, I did not record them. But there is some that aren't up yet. I think. Tommy Chong. I got Tommy Chong. I think the rest of Bruce Campbell, my shit died.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, that was the last. For the first, I'm gonna pull the schedule and go through things. But yeah, for the first time in 9 Astro years, Twisted didn't end the con.
yeah.
The Twisted panel has always been the last thing. Bruce Campbell was the last thing.
Well, that's right.
Twisted was right before that,
Yeah.
but Bruce Campbell ended it. And my shit just It's recording. The light starts getting dim. But actually, that wasn't live. The end of it was live.
Yeah.
So when it died, I had my other one ready to go live.
Oh, okay, good. So you didn't miss it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't there for you to watch.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of shit I missed.
And sorry about, I made some promises about putting up concert footage. I tried to do that, but Mr. Sir Glenn Danzig.
Oh yeah, I was gonna put that in a fucking. See, now, damn it, I can't change it now, can it?
Oh,
I was gonna put that in the title. I have to change the title. That was gonna be.
Glenn Danzig fucking emailed us. I was like, no. So
yeah, let's talk about it. So that was what? That was Friday morning.
That was like Friday morning. I put it up Thursday or Friday, and I put up three Danzig videos from a year ago, and everything went fine on the check beforehand, the copyright and all that stuff, and then I put it up, and then he fucking emailed me. Was that Saturday you texted me?
Friday, Saturday morning.
It was at like 5 a.m. It had to be Saturday.
That's what I was going to say.
It had to be Saturday.
Like I just said in the beginning of this, how I got fucking wasted Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So here I am hungover as fuck. I don't know why. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things this weekend that was like the world made it happen.
Yeah.
One of them I'm not going to talk about. Tigger and Kanga know about it real well. Long story short that I'm not going to tell. There was a situation, and I was like, oh. We're in our hotel room, right? And I go, oh, we're talking about a person. Not bad, just talking about them. Yeah. I was like, oh, well, they're right here. And I opened the door, and they were standing at our hotel door recording our conversation.
Oh, like.
But they didn't knock. I just knew.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Dude, it's fucking weird as fuck, though.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, same shit. Like, I just woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's so weird.
And then I had all these notifications like, yo, shit's blocked. Like, has been like struck.
No, we got
blocked.
a copyright strike. It was
like
bad.
So like Glenn Danzig went on Replicon Radio, was like, no,
you can't.
Someone has to go out of their way to do that shit.
Yeah.
So then there I was texting. Me and Tony are texting each other back and forth at fucking 5 a.m.
Which is weird because I woke up 5 minutes before you texted.
Yeah.
I just so happened to wake up and look at my phone, and then I was like, oh, this is fucking message. Oh, he just messaged me this. So I was like, all right. So we both just woke up to Glenn Danzig messaging us, going, hey, take that shit down.
So we're messaging each other like, what the fuck? While I'm emailing Danzig. Like actual fucking Glenn Danzig. Fucking mother. That was my first sentence too. I was like, dear Danzig. Mother, why the fuck you take it? I didn't. That's not true. But I was here. I'm like, and then I'm like I'm mad. Not mad necessarily, but like mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's frustrating.
Like, yeah, I'm not like mad. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like fuck man. Tony. I'm like fuck Danzig. I'm just like mad and like that sucks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm emailing Glenn Danzig.
Yeah.
At 5 a.m. while I'm in the fucking hotel room at Astronomicon. Or whatever just happened, God only knows. Like meeting all these fucking crazy people and just having a good time. Like, I ain't even mad. Like this shit, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not mad, but it's crazy.
But it does suck, which means that I have to wait until we either get that strike removed, or I wait until he either removes it or it dissolves in like 90 days or whatever. So, and we can't risk getting any more copyright strikes while we have one, because you can only get like 2 or 3, and the third one you get your channel deleted. So all the fucking concert footage I wanted to put up, I can't fucking do that right now.
We have with YouTube, Tashina. I sent Josh a link on Facebook. If you guys actually want to join, you can. Just use that link, and it'll show you what to do. But yeah, because that's like an actual like if we put up a content video and it's like, like the show, the Astro show, I went live for like almost the whole thing.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a bunch of music that we don't own in that. So YouTube gives it a copyright, which is not a strike. It just means we don't make money.
You just a claim.
So we don't get paid off it. The people who made the music get paid off.
He actually split monetization with one of the videos, which is probably how he got notified. Because 2 of them got cleared on the copyright, and which I don't know why, but
Maybe that was the problem.
yeah. Well, next time
I'm not getting paid on this.
I'll just upload the rest of them non-monetized, so that way we don't have to worry about that. Because I got shit like Mariah Carey.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Like, so those YouTube automatically recognize that shit.
Yeah.
Your music, or even like a video. Like we played a trailer one time, and YouTube was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
these people own that." It's, you know what I mean? They get those, and we don't get in trouble for that. We just don't make money out of it. This, you have to physically go to the video and claim that it's your. This is my property.
Yeah.
So like Glenn Danzig or someone that worked for him, but probably just Danzig himself at home.
What the fuck?
Did that himself. But hell yeah. All right, I guess I gotta put my headphones on.
Wow.
Because there's people. There's other people.
All right.
We enjoyed you too. You smoked so much green this weekend. All right, let's check in with the homie Montana Josh. What's up, buddy?
What up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
What about
Hey.
me? I don't even have a microphone.
What's up, Tony? Good to see you, man. We missed you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. You know, it's nothing personal when I don't go to.
This totally, right before we left, he was like, if you see Josh and his wife, he couldn't even remember her name. He was like, tell him to fuck off. That's what he said, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's because I love you, buddy.
Where's Rube?
He is not here because literally right before we left, somebody called him and his family, and he had a family situation that he didn't know about, unfortunately. He said he might be done with whatever it was, and hopefully he will be able to pop in because, like I said, it's kind of weird to recap a show because he usually tells me what I did.
Right.
Like, he's my guy to tell me what I did.
Yeah, he made no preparations to remember this weekend.
Yeah, I had no intentions. I'm not prepped for this. But
Hey, man,
we're here every week.
Thanks for inviting me, though. Thanks for inviting me on and having me in the room Sunday night. That was fun.
That was fun. I invited Jim too. We'll see if he shows up. But yeah, man.
I don't know what that shit you were drinking was, but oof.
My Framois.
Yeah, Framois.
Framois. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling drinking that much, but I also didn't want it to end, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with our 8-hour drive home the next day.
Oh my God, we went hard. We went through a whole ounce of weed and then 2 bottles of Crown.
Just Sunday night?
No. Over the weekend.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think besides the weed, I think you guys did that in my room.
Yeah, right.
A case of beer, Olive Ruse Crown, American Honey.
Oh, that's what it is called? American Honey?
Yeah.
I gotta find that. That shit was good.
Oh, yeah. You can get shots of that shit at the gas station, like 99 cents.
Yeah, it's pretty everywhere.
Yeah,
Shots at a gas station? That's wild, man. They don't got that shit here.
Well, yeah, you live in fucking Kevin Costner land, though.
Yep.
It's out there on fucking Yellowstone and shit, living his best life.
It's all right.
John, got a hug from you. Shout out
I
to
was
John.
in Montana in Far Cry 5. Yeah.
I always tell people Montana's like living on Mars, and if you see another Juggalo, it's like seeing a leprechaun, except you don't get a pot of gold, you get to see a butthole.
Fuck, I'm moving to Montana.
Right? I know, that's a huge selling point.
Yeah, what? You mean I get to see a butthole randomly? Hell yeah.
Very few and far between, though. Shit.
Yeah.
Probably more often than you get to meet a leprechaun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't see very many Juggalos here unless I go to a show.
how was this your 8th Astro, 9th Astro? How many Astros you been to, John?
If we're counting 6.5, I'm 9 for 9.
You're 9 for 9. Holy shit. 6.5 is the only one I missed. But
6.5 was a weird vibe because it was like a Replicon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was half the size as well. You know what I mean? Not just the number.
I heard it was dope.
It's still fun though.
Well, how did this one stack up against all the others?
The venue was cool. It was a different vibe, you know. But those of us that know how to navigate that shit, we still had a really good time. Celebrity-wise, I feel like it was top notch, of course.
For sure.
We got to ride an elevator with Tommy Chong. That was cool. We were outside smoking weed. Angry Grandma was hanging out, telling us stories about when they raided Area 51.
She's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of money coming up this time because that motel was super expensive. So I had to do a little bit of hustling while I was there. I was sawing off Cheech and Chong shit. But we ended up having a really good time. We did the Jason Lee photo op. That's really the only other pro photo op we did.
That's fire.
I've
never had any money, so just I don't have money this time thing. I've never had money, but it was very expensive.
I like the venue for the concert. That's better, probably the best venue they've had for one of the Astro shows.
Yeah, it was dope. I enjoyed it. Walking in that place was dope.
I heard it was an old country honky tonk, so when I was going into that place, and on the outside, it still kind of looked like it could be.
Yeah.
So when we were going in, I didn't really know what to expect. And then how they had the video screens all the way around, and then how it looked like a Coliseum type arena. Like, fuck, it's a sick venue, I think.
I agree.
Not a bad
walking, for sure. Walking into that place, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, it wasn't as big as it appeared. But it was a good size venue, but like walking in, I was like, oh shit, we're like in some sort of fucking Thunderdome, man, or like it's a goddamn Twisted and Friends arena.
Right.
But it was cool how it was like layered.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Twisted and Friends, and then the next day was the Boot Scootin' Brunch. That was
when we were in line, we parking lot partied, and we saw how many people were in line. We're like, dude, we're not gonna get anywhere close. If we had anything, we're going to be out on the patio, but no, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, the line.
And I think Jimmy said they did sell it out.
Yeah. I know people that.
Anybody who's into that kind of shit.
I know people that were turned away. I know people that were literally turned away.
They fucked up. They missed out.
I know. Yeah, somebody texted me the next day like, sorry I didn't make it. It's sold out. I'm like, I literally had a ticket in my pocket. Like, why didn't you just fucking text me?
Well, they don't know.
I know, but like, you're saying you're coming to see me, you would text me there. Like, I would at least.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to text the next day and say, sorry, I didn't make it, then I would have texted you in the moment.
I'm here. Sorry, it's sold out. Like, I'd have been like, I'll be there in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nope.
I like it too when they do the deadly medleys, like they did on that Psychopath. The Certified Psychos tour or whatever that was.
Or it started at the Gathering. That was a Gathering thing. The Deadly Medley. But yeah, it's cool. The only thing, that's what I was telling him, I didn't get fucked up because the show didn't stop for over 2 hours. So I never went and got more alcohol. I just enjoyed the show. Which I guess is a good thing. It's a shitty thing for the bar.
Yeah, we made it right up to the rail. We wanted to catch that Gmo money that he posted about. Then we talked to him later, and he forgot it in the motel room.
I was gonna say he definitely didn't throw it because I was right there watching him fucking grab himself 3,000 times.
So what about
you guys want to see video of Gmo grabbing his dick? I got plenty of it. Fuck my highlight. I don't know, man. I just enjoy it. My favorite thing is kicking it with people, seeing y'all 100%. And seeing, all the homie. Like, it's more of a social event for me than a celebrity event. Like, the celebrities are dope. It's fucking weird. It's like, it's almost surreal walking past people or talking to people. I'm like, oh shit, that's such and such. But then I had that moment.
I had that moment when I walked by Lou Diamond Phillips and I just happened to glance and oh fuck, he's right there.
Right. Did you and Rue get to hang out with Jamie Presley?
We did not party with Jamie Presley. No. I honestly never saw her outside of her. I mean, they did the panel, but I never ever saw her. I didn't see her one time outside of sitting at the table.
I have a complaint about Jamie Presley.
What's that? She never took her hat off?
Exactly. Like I'm just saying, if that's your style, whatever. But if people are paying for a picture and you can only see this much of your face, like she didn't get our money just for that reason.
Yeah.
Should have had it. She did her hair or whatever.
I didn't like that either. I was hoping like the second day she'd wear something different. I was like, oh, whatever, she's wearing a hat. And then I was like, God, take that thing off. I just wanted to see your pretty face and hair. That's a pretty lady. I didn't say I wanted to smell her hair. I mean, she didn't offer it, but. No, yeah, that whole crew, the whole fucking My Name Is, that shit was dope as fuck to me.
The smelling of the hair price is on the back of the card. Where the prices are.
That's why she kept the hat on for the people that read the back of the card.
See? We fucked up.
Hat snake, $40.
Yep.
My only gripe was the lights bothered my eyes at the concert. What? Like the lights that every concert has?
Well, sometimes those fucking stage lights will get you right in the corner.
Aim right in your face.
Yeah, like it depends on where you're standing in the video.
John's is out there having fucking seizures, like
yeah.
whoop whoop.
Yeah.
I think it was dope. It was sick, dude. But yeah, the concert. I thought the concert was fucking incredible, except for the fact that I never left and didn't drink a lot. But I guess that's a good thing, like I said.
Damn it, I was responsible somewhat.
Then they had, when Blaze came out, before Killer came out, because for anybody that doesn't know, like he said, they did like a medley thing. So like, Bakelo opened the night, which is my brother, and I fucking love that. And then Insane E, and Bakelo brought Zitro out, which is our other homie. So that was sick.
Zitro always comes out.
Yeah. Well, Zitro wasn't even there. Zitro wasn't at the con. Zitro wasn't at nothing. He just came out for that.
Yeah.
Then Insane E played, which was fucking dope. And then all the M&E artists were scheduled, and it started with Gmo. Gmo came out, rocked the fucking, he did like 2 or 3 songs, and then he introduced Twisted. Twisted came up second, and then they did a track together, and then Twisted, and then Gmo left. Twisted stayed up. They rocked like 3 or 4 songs, and they brought Blaze out, and they rocked.
Medleys are awesome.
And they were doing oldies too.
Yeah,
some of them songs I hadn't heard in years. A lot of them songs I hadn't heard in years. When they did Lift Me Up, they had Sheena in tears. She cries on that.
It was good, man. It was good, and Blaze was singing his ass off during that song too, which is dope. It's cool to see fucking Chris singing on stage and shit.
I would have liked to see that.
Yeah. And then when Twisted left, and then Blaze did a set, and his hype man was this shitty fucking green-haired dude. And then once that dude left, Killer came out. Killer came out to his little here with the condom, which is always a dope. And then they rocked together, did some. And ROC came out, did shit with Twisted.
It was kind of wild seeing Shank be a hype man instead of a DJ for ROC. That was the first time I seen him do that.
Yeah, he's usually when he DJs, he usually hypes a little, but not like on stage like that.
Yeah.
And then they did a couple Lotus songs, which people get upset about. The only thing that was weird to me, I loved the whole thing. The show was epic. Not weird necessarily in a bad way, just weird because I've never seen them do it before. I've never seen them, 2 different things. I've never seen them do Lotus and then go back to Twisted. Like Twisted ended the show as Twisted.
They ended with Lotus.
And they did Lotus, but they didn't do the Lotus
They weren't
song.
ready to get off stage.
They didn't do fucking Mass Murder Makes Me Happy.
Right.
So it was weird to hear Lotus and not hear Lotus in with that, but to hear Lotus in with Love Don't Live Here. Still epic. Still dope.
Yeah.
Which technically makes sense.
Played song ever.
Yeah. But it was sick, man. I loved it. The show was great. It was good to see everybody. Everybody seemed to be in really good spirits. I don't think I heard of one problem this whole weekend.
Good.
I saw one guy get pulled onto the elevator who was entirely way too fucked up, but that's his business, so.
He left out the part where they pulled him onto the elevator by his feet.
Right.
I just seen this dude, and he had another guy like this, and he's out with one eye open.
Well, that's not trouble. That's just you had too good of a time.
Right.
But it's not like he got in a fight and they had to call the cops on those. You know what I mean?
No, none of that.
Nothing too crazy happened. But let's see, I fucking enjoyed it, man. And then I like the venue was weird, like you said. It was really nice. The hotel was expensive, fucking $810 on the damn credit card. It's fucking insane. But I was so happy, regardless if I could complain about it or I don't complain about it. I'm so happy to be back into the venue and the con are in the same fucking building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as much as it was way expensive, it's so much better, in my opinion, to just be in the same building. We're all there together. And you do cool shit. Like he said, he rode the elevator with Tommy Chong. I fucking, you know what I mean? We were checking out in the morning. We saw Tommy Chong. He was like one of the last people to leave Monday morning. Tommy Chong was out there. Fucking, when we got there, when we arrived Thursday, in the lobby, in the restaurant, there's fucking David Howard Thornton and the Hellraiser, Doug Bradley.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's both eating dinner at separate tables.
Hey, friend.
Yeah, it's
Did you
fucking
say anything
crazy,
to
bro.
David?
No, I used to like talking.
Oh.
We like
Kevin Nash, Saturday night, was hanging in the lobby.
Yeah, everyone's just chilling.
That was always the magic of Astro. Is brushing elbows with celebrities just randomly in the fucking hallways. Like, it's just the fucking coolest.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, it's super cool. Seeing fucking, what's his fucking name? The fat dude.
Sheena wants to talk, but she's got the con crud, so her voice is gone.
I don't think we'll catch it from there.
Yeah, she probably got it from the airport. We were in Denver twice for like 4 hours both times.
Damn. Well, there was like a measles outbreak at the fucking Detroit airport.
Yeah, you ain't get measles.
Ooh. That's a thing, measles. As she coughs on me.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Tashina, bro. What are you doing? But what else, man? I don't really know. I mean, I want to try to like talk about whatever. Let's see. Let me pull up the schedule.
Pull up the schedule. We'll see what's going on.
Let's see.
Did you guys talk about the Twisted panel yet?
We have not.
I don't think we really talked about much. We just kind of brushed up.
Yeah, we have to calm down, Josh. Okay, that's the last day.
We have a lot of hours, and he's got a 10-minute fucking recap of the damn Astro.
Let's do this. Here, maybe did you
I'll
want
wait
to? Maybe
till
you can help. Let's pull this up. Hold on, look at that. So the con opened, I think, at like 5 o'clock. We were there. We were already chilling, kicking it. So I'm just going to talk about the panels. The first panel up was the Magic Ninja Entertainment panel, the M&E Melee with Blaze, Gmo, and ROC.
Is that the one where they were sitting super far apart from each other?
Yeah.
I thought they were filling in with like Twisted or something.
They did eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are they so far apart?
Yeah. Gmo was dressed up as Gmo murdered the whole weekend, by the way, as he does.
And he usually does.
Yeah.
He's a good entertainer.
It was he was dressed up as Captain Crunch. What's up, Necrotic? What's popping off, buddy? It was cool. It was like the con was just kind of getting started. There was lines, so there wasn't a ton of people in that panel necessarily. But it was dope. It was a lot of, I mean, if you're a juggalo, there's a lot of history you already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, like I said, if you guys listened to the show before we went to Astro and all the shit I talked about, the fucking Ryan, whatever the hell his name is, being a terrible fucking panel host.
Oh, yeah. He was
Yeah, he committed to that terribleness, in my opinion. Like, he's a calm guy. He's a great talker. He's fine with talking.
Yeah.
So most of the time he talks about himself.
Yeah.
Or he just asks generic fucking questions. Like,
yeah, like, learn your fucking...
Tell us about the history of the ROC. Motherfucker, everyone in the fucking 80 people that are sitting here know about fucking House of Crazies. And, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And if we don't want to hear about it in the fucking 2025 panel. No offense, but it's like...
There's some dude who probably don't
He
know.
should have done his research.
There probably was some dude that didn't know, for sure.
I don't know. Do your research.
For sure. Or just...
No, I'm saying the host. Hearing from the host, you probably don't know shit.
Yeah.
But how many years in a row has he interviewed these guys?
But everybody, I mean, they're all entertaining and shit, at least. You know what I mean? Like, Blaze is entertaining, Gmo's funny, Brian's always tells interesting stories, so it was dope.
What's up, Joshua?
Yeah, what up? You got your puzzle box sign? That's dope. Hell yeah. That's so cool. But yeah, and then they brought Twisted did come in, which was also the host idea because they weren't supposed to be there. But he was like, "What's an M&E panel? How do we not have M&E without Twisted?" And then they ended up Blaze, Gmo, and ROC Blaze and Gmo had a signing, so it ended up being like half of a Twisted panel, which I guess was cool. Then what? Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. This was funny. I had a good time with that panel because I love fucking Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And it was great when they did the voices. The only thing that sucks is old girl, her whatever happened with her schedule, she couldn't come to the next day. So she wasn't a part of it, but I really wanted to watch her talk as Summer. Because she's pretty hot.
Yeah.
And Summer's hot. So it's like watching Summer, you know what I mean? Maybe I have a weird Summer fetish I didn't know about.
You probably do, but it's all right. It's all right.
And I didn't get to do it.
Yeah. Like what she did, so she didn't talk at all.
Oh, she her table, but I mean, like, you know,
You just walk out and say something to me.
put a girl on the phone. Hey, put a girl on the phone.
Put Summer on.
That just reminded me of something Sheena did.
What'd she do?
Do the voice.
We were walking by the robot dude from Grandma's Boy's table.
Oh yeah.
And Eric was, Insane E was his handler, so we went and we were talking to E for a little bit. And here's the dude was just sitting there, and Sheena just turns to him, "Hey, do your robot voice." Mm-hmm. He looked at her, and he's like, "Dance, monkey, dance." And it's just one of them things, you know. He's like, take her to dinner, sir.
Yelling at all the celebrities.
That's fair. You should have took him to dinner. That would have been dope.
I was just standing there like that emoji, you know, the one that's like.
Fuck yeah, Jonathan got his twisted shoes by his side.
Yeah.
I saw those twisted shoes. They look dope. Signed.
Oh, the new. You're talking about the new ones aren't available. Yeah. But the old ones for sure. What else? I didn't go to any of this other stuff. Open the puzzle box, the Pinhead panel. I wasn't there. The VIP event, I was gonna pop in. It was just they're watching a movie. From my understanding, I heard a lot of people say it's kind of whack.
Yes, it is.
Well, I think don't get me wrong. So when you buy a VIP and you think you're getting like a concert or karaoke or some sort of vibe like that, which is what it's been for the last few years, and it's a movie, people are disappointed.
Yeah.
Right? Because like you want
to movie. Right?
Yeah, it's fucking 10, 11 o'clock at night. We're partying.
Big money thrusters they were showing. Something hasn't been released.
But I think the idea is cool. I think that, you know what I mean, watching Terrifier 2 with Terrifier and Twisted, like, that's a dope event.
Yeah.
If you know what you're buying. Yeah. I'm sure Terrifier people would have bought that if they knew what it was. But from my understanding, they came out, they did like an intro. You know what I mean? Like the cast was there, Twisted was there, they're all like, what up? Whatever they did, 15 minutes. The movie played, they all bounced.
Well, they're busy people.
But it's like, I know, I'm gonna watch this with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say you watched Terrifier with Terrifier and Terrifier left when the movie started.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm in this. Deuces.
Yeah. So people came up and told we just ended up kicking it. We just hanging out. Which, like I said, like, it's my big thing. I love it. Like, there's so many homies and shit there. Like, PJ and Andy Sherman had a pop-up shop in their room, just packed.
313.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed the movie too. We skipped it. We were drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like fun time. You know what I mean? And then in a pop-up shop, we ended up meeting. We just kept meeting people too, which was dope. Like, we met this dude. I don't remember his name, man. He runs like Psychopathic Traders. So we're like talking merch, you know what I mean? Like, and he had bought like stacks and stacks and stacks of shit. And, you know what I mean? He's a cool cat.
Trying to sell you shit?
No, he wasn't trying to sell us stuff. We were just kind of reminiscing, talking about like merch and fucking dogs barking and shit. But
I saw a dude that was like a walking for sale sign. He had jersey, hang like 6 jerseys hanging off both arms. He's just walking around trying to sell them.
It's wild, man.
In case you guys are wondering who
might have been the same dude.
It's always this one.
Could have been. I think he was more there to buy things to resell, like the limited edition items and shit like that. But he was also drinking, having a good time. And then we ended up going to the pop-up shop together, which was at 2 a.m. That night. Which is weird because this year, normally Jamie Madrox and Paul both have their own booths. And Jamie like sells his art, his toys. They did, as much as this building and venue was bigger, they had less room because the way it was set up. So like people didn't get booths.
Like, does he still do art? Or?
Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only way to buy it was in the pop-up shop because he didn't have his booth this year.
Even he couldn't get a booth there.
Yeah, literally because there's no room. But this is the smallest Twisted booth I'd ever seen.
Which is weird because usually it's big.
Yeah,
Usually, like,
it was one
booths.
fucking square.
How did they do that?
Because
They
they
didn't
didn't have enough.
decide what's on.
They didn't have enough room. They
I
should
feel bad for Derek Manning how they had him in that like
That
side hallway. We didn't even find him till like day 2.
Yeah, that hallway was shitty. That was a shitty little place to be in that little hallway. And yeah, the set, like I said, it was a much bigger place, but the setup was so strange.
Yeah.
Because so you walk in, like I said, there's a bar and shit there. We saw fucking them guys. And you go to the left, there's elevators to the rooms, and then there's another hallway that goes into this little bitty room. That little bitty room had like 4 vendors, and then it had all the Terrifier cast.
Okay.
And then Tommy Chong. That was it. That was all. That's it. That room, right? Then clear across the other side, when you go through registration, you go through the tickets. Then there's the big room, the big ballroom,
So that's weird.
where most of the stuff is, right? So then you got majority of the vendors, and then the back wall is celebrities, and then it goes around to like the My Name Is Earl cast, and then there's this little hallway behind it. It's just a hallway. Like you gotta fucking squeeze through, and they had like the comic vendors in there. And then you go back out this room, further down the hallway, there's this open area where they had one table in, which was like they had Bert from the U's was there Friday, and then like a wrestler there Saturday. It was like people that were only there one day.
Yeah.
They all just had that one booth all by itself.
Right.
And then you go and there's a big room for the
Why
photo
didn't they
ops.
just put everybody in that room.
And then the panel room is all the way in the back around the corner. And it's like a conference room, like tiered with seats. It was nice and comfortable, but it's like way in the back. And then there's a whole nother building outside. How do you get to that? Well, you go all the way back through the photo ops, past the main room, all the way back to where that first room was where the elevators are. Go down those stairs. Outside the hotel, there's a whole nother building. That's where the Twisted booth was. The Twisted signings, a bunch of vendors, and then the fucking cast of Rick and Morty. It took people days to even know that building was back there.
That's fucking.
I didn't like that building. They got
There's
packed
only
in
way to
there
get
2
there.
times.
There's the only way to get there. It wasn't like you're in the middle of the con and there's a stairwell. No, you had to go all the way to fuck. It was insane. And Saturday, dude, there was thousands of people. There was a line from the registration outside the hotel down the block. There was traffic on the highway. Like there was traffic jam on the highway. It was
I
insane.
don't know if they're gonna have it back there next year.
It was nuts. Yeah. And it was a bigger place. But they had, the lineup was insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who you are. If you know anything about anything, like,
Yeah,
that's the
a pretty
biggest
big
lineup
crowd.
they've ever had, ever. I mean, Bruce Campbell and Tommy Chung alone.
Yeah. And
That
the
Bruce
whole
Campbell
cast-
line was fucking insane. Like I've never seen one like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's he has that draw. He's got a cult following.
He was, man. He was. Yeah, because the rest is, I don't know what I guess the rest of the cast didn't get there till Saturday, but I think they were all supposed to be there all weekend. So yeah, dude was just chilling in the corner by himself because they had like that whole area. So it was like all these people, but he was the only one just there. Friday was chill as fuck because it was like super calm. Yeah, the parking lot was bullshit.
You guys didn't leave, did you? Like the whole time you were just there.
I mean, we left a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Not a bunch, but I left twice, and both times it took me it took forever to get back in. And then once I got back in, they're like parking lot's full, but I'm patient.
Yeah.
I found a spot. And the other time they were like, someone already told me like obviously the parking lot's full. Nobody can get in. Someone even offered to pay for valet because that's the service they normally provide. Like, we don't have that. So when I left the second time and I pulled back into the parking lot, there's still valet spots blocked off. So I would just got out and move the fucking cones and park there because who's going to park there?
Yeah.
There's no valet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just moved the cones and parked there. But yeah, they. I know a lot of people that stayed at the hotel are pissed because they charge you $15 a day to park. And people couldn't park there.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You couldn't park there because it was full.
You should get a refund.
And then they just open up the gates and let everybody in. So it's like, yeah, I'm waiting my charge. My shit's still pending. So I don't know if it's gonna go through or not because I know a lot of people complain about it. I was like, if they charge you for 2 days when I actually scanned, ain't shit I can do about that. But the other 2 days, I never scanned nothing. It said I was in the parking lot.
Yeah,
I was, but for $15 a day, I wasn't.
I'm sure they'll charge you for what they think they can get away with.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole thing, that part sucked. But like just being back, like to me, none of that shit mattered because we were back inside a fucking. It was a nice place. There was nothing to really complain about. They even had halfway decent food at affordable prices. If you knew where to go, the bar and shit was outrageously expensive, but like the downstairs food was decent. And we're all back together.
Yeah,
I prefer that because like being in the con is a little stressful. Everyone's just walking around and trying to do the thing. So then when you leave that environment, now you're just back at your own hotel room down the street.
Yeah, it sucks.
But we're all just there together. It's fucking dope, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I love just walking through the lobby and there's fucking 6-year homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, your boy you ain't seen since last year or whatever, you know what I mean? Or whatever it may be.
And you ain't got to worry about fucking driving, none of that shit. Ubers, like, we saved a shit ton of money on Ubers because we got a friend that cruises us around, but man, I saw people getting pissed trying to get out of that show because they couldn't get any Ubers.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, thankfully we had our homies Tigger Kanga. They drove me, Rue, and Hey Merle to the concert, and we parking lot partied. We ran into Chew and a bunch of other people while that line was crazy. Even though I could pass the line, I just hang out there. And then by the time we left the concert, there was no traffic. Everyone was gone already.
Yeah.
But that was the only time we really left. Like I left in the morning and went and got fucking breakfast and some shit. But, and tried to find some fucking Fago, which I couldn't find anywhere. I ended up getting the new flavors and I tried those.
I saw Big Sherm hat got those new fucking Reese's that I wanted.
I looked for those everywhere too. And then I was hanging out with Beef. Shout out to fucking Beef. I love Beef. I hung out with him probably more than anybody.
Yeah.
But he was like, motherfucker. He's like, someone just, because like his booth's here and then the signing's right here. You know what I mean? Because it's all the M&E shit.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody just twisted 2 fucking cases of them. And he pulled them out. They were both in bags. He's like, well, I can't fucking open them yet because they're theirs. He's like,
What's the new one?
The peanut butter and jelly Reese's.
Oh, shit.
There's a grape
I
one
don't
and a
know,
strawberry one.
I'm
Yeah.
on the lookout for them, man.
And I'm like,
They ain't
dude,
coming to Montana for like 3 more years, bro.
yeah, we can't find them here yet either, bro. But he had 2 cases. He's like, I can't open them until we get back to the office. I'm, you're mad, motherfucker. I ain't gonna get any of them bitches. Like,
Right.
I've been looking for them everywhere. You gotta wait 2 days.
Yeah.
I still don't even have a fucking Outlook.
Yeah. Not in this region.
Noise says he misses smoking blunts with you, Montana, Josh.
Hey, man. Moose Moose.
Fuck yeah.
We went to a
Definitely
whole
missed it, bro.
fucking house over the weekend. It translates something to like probably 50 joints at least. It was
That's
fucking
it,
gnarly. I'm feeling it too. My phone. Tina cannot talk. Her voice is gone.
Just
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
there's all that wooing she's doing at the concert.
All that whoop whooping.
That wooing.
But yeah, the fucking pop-up shop was alright. They were supposed to do it 2 nights and they only did it the 1, which is fair because everybody went to that concert. I did buy a sketch card. I had no intention of even going, but that's what I was saying to the merch guy I was talking to really, really wanted to go. I was like, fuck it, I'll go there with you.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying a fucking sketch card. That's the only thing I bought. It was mainly just like a bunch of crew. It was like a crew mystery boxes and shit like that. So then, let's see. Second day of events, Dave Santia's speed painting. I was not alive for that. I'm sure it was dope. The dude's always dope. It's always a good time. I didn't make it to the kids cosplay. I didn't make it to the fucking Juice panel with fucking Theo Rossi, but dude was cool. He was there. If anybody made it, let me know. Then they did the My Name is Earl panel, which I barely made it to, but I did make it to. And I recorded all of that. I don't know if I was live or whatever, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. I enjoyed it more than I even expected, to be honest. Like, I really fucking like Jason Lee.
Yeah.
Like, I've always liked him, but like just listening to him talk and like, and the guy asked, like I said, fuck that guy, but at least he asked somewhat decent things, I guess. Like, obviously they talked about Dogma getting re-released. He mentioned that since it was in the news, and like him being like Kevin Smith stuff. He'd bring up a couple things. Most of the time he brought it up just to include himself in it. Like, you know what I mean? He had to point out how he got to meet Stan Lee.
Yeah.
So therefore he asked Jason Lee what it was like to work with Stan Lee in Mallrats. But after he told us the whole fucking 10-minute story about how he got to meet him, like, bro, you know this thing's only like 45 minutes long. That's my problem with the guy. Sorry I'm hating on fucking dude, but it annoys me. But yeah, the panel was funny.
It was funny how the lights went out and they're blaming it on karma.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of like deep conversations though. Like they were getting deep into like because they were talking about karma and shit because of how the show was, and then like Jamie Presley went on like some crazy fucking like positive tangents and shit. I don't know. Did anybody do coke with Bret Hart? Probably. I don't know who. But yeah, it was cool, man. And they were talking about they're hopefully going to try to, like I guess they had tried years ago to reboot the series because it never ended. It got canceled before it ended.
Oh, that sucks.
And people were scared of it because it was like during woke, like cancel culture. But they think they could probably do it now.
Maybe.
So that's something they were talking about.
I never watched a whole hell of a lot of that show.
Yeah.
I just knew it was on.
It's good. I watched it, but I don't remember it. Jason Patrick was the only cancellation this year.
Which is good.
So that panel didn't happen. Yeah, I didn't see it. I guess I went to My Name is Earl panel that day. So if you guys are looking for us to upload some panels, sorry about the whole entire big day. Because I wasn't a part of it. I heard the cosplay contest was dope. I saw some photos. And then the Twisted concert, which we talked about. Oh, yeah, the Funeral Portrait played. It's the first time I'd seen them.
Were you into that at all?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm into a lot of bands, and we see a lot of bands, but I'm probably too old for that band.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, they made me feel old when I was watching them. No disrespect to them, they rock, but...
Yeah, I was really interested to see them because I know, like, George is their manager, and I've heard a lot of good things about him.
What's the name of their band?
The Funeral Portrait.
My son will fucking love them.
I was in a weird position. I felt like the dude's mic was low. They were a little feminine, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. I'll gotta give them another try. Dude was super nice though, Lee, and he hooked me up with 2 tickets to go see the Used Sunday night because they were opening for the Used.
Oh, that's cool.
And I really, really, really wanted to go. And Rue was down with it, but he was drunk. And the next day, when the show was actually happening, he didn't want to go. And I was pretty upset about it. I think I'm actually still pretty upset about it. I wanted to go. They were doing album shows and shit.
Why didn't you just go?
I wasn't going to do a fucking Detroit by myself.
Oh, sure.
Too much Green Day vibes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say I wasn't. I wanted the performance to win me over. It did not do that. But I am willing to give them another chance. That's what I'll say about that.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say about that. Where are you going? You can't leave me. I'm the one that has to poop.
You're the one that has all the stories.
Whatever. But I'm the one that has to poop. What else? Okay, we'll go to Sunday. Let's go to the Sunday panel day. We had the Terrifier panel. which was good. I thought it was weird that they did the Terrifier panel the day after the director left. I don't know. They had the full cast there, and it wasn't advertised that the director would be there, but it was like he was there. Why not do it together? But it was fun because I like David Howard Thornton, and he did most of the talking, and he told a lot of fun stories about that movie and all the other things he did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I love Terrifier. The Tommy Chung panel. I don't know if you guys were there for that, Josh. That shit was on a whole nother level.
Oh God, no, we missed it.
You missed it?
We did.
I'm pretty sure dude asked him one question, and then he just told a story for the next hour. Not the same story. Just fucking like, he went from this to this to this to fucking God, and dude, it was Tommy Chung at his finest, bro. And I can't wait to share it and upload it. I recorded it. But even just watching it, I was like, am I fucking stoned right now, bro? Like, I'm just like,
Far out, man.
yeah. He was just going. It was super positive and dope. But it was just like, what is it was cool, man. I enjoyed it.
When we were riding the elevator, like, the doors popped open. He was on. We were getting ready to get on. We didn't know if we should or not. And he's like, waved us on, so we hopped on, and we didn't want to overstep boundaries. We didn't say anything. We just stood there, kind of everybody looking at each other. He's like, "You got crazy hair, man." Then Gina told him, she's like, "Yeah, you should do yours like that." So we got to hear the iconic, the way he laughs.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's shit like that's dope as fuck. You got crazy hair, man. And then so then there was the Twisted panel. We'll come back to that because that's the one everybody's talking about. And then after the Twisted panel was the Bruce Campbell panel, which one, like I mentioned earlier, it's the first time Twisted didn't end Astro, which is crazy, but still cool because Bruce Campbell's a huge fucking name. I didn't know what to expect from a Bruce Campbell panel.
Probably something good.
Yeah, but I'm saying I just didn't know what to expect. So, like, his whole thing, like he mentioned earlier, his line was crazy, nonstop, right? His photo ops, they were all sold out. It's a big deal. But he's sitting at his table, like you could walk, you can interact. Obviously, there's a huge wait. There's like no pictures, no video. You weren't allowed to fucking do that at his table, even though he's right fucking there. So then it's like, what's he gonna do with this panel? Like, he's all mysterious and shit. They dim all the lights. The only time they did that the whole week. They dimmed all the lights. And they've had this hit a huge weird intro, like, they started playing lounge music and shit before it started.
Yeah.
And he just came out and he talked shit about Michigan for like 10 minutes and started giving people money. Like, he was like, who drove the shortest? Or whatever. They like, people were debating who was closer.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, here's $5 for being the shittiest fucking person in here. Right? And then like I don't think he had any sort of plan or agenda.
Bruce Campbell story.
But yeah, it was funny. He just fucking pulled the what's giving people money. And then like he just started taking people. All he did, he had nothing to talk about. He just took questions. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But then every question was a 20 fucking minute story. Like that talks. And it was fun. It was entertaining. I recorded it. We'll put it up. But it was like it was funny, but he was a dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
That's
it was like,
kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
And
a
then, like,
sarcastic.
There was one moment where, like, a kid had his phone up recording, and he called. He's like, "What's your question?" I don't know what his fucking question was. And he asked him. He's like, "All right, well, are you on the fucking phone, or are we having a conversation?" And he's like, "Well, both." He's like, "No, put the fucking phone down." He's like, and then he wouldn't answer his question until he put his phone down.
Yeah.
He was mad about it. But it was funny. It was entertaining. It was just strange. It was like a stand-up comedy routine more than like a Comic-Con panel.
Yeah, kind of a shit.
Which is cool. But then it was like, okay, now it's over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a weird way to end the whole event. Because usually, like, the Twisted one, like, fucking love you, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's like cheering and do like a group photo. There was none of that. It was just Thank you, good night, type of shit. Yeah. See you next year, motherfucker.
Yeah. We always try to bomb that group photo every year.
Yeah, a couple of people mentioned I didn't even think about it until people were like, we didn't even do our group photo. I'm like, oh, yeah. I guess because it won't last. But it is what it is. But it was cool. So then the Twisted panel, like I said, was right before that. Everybody's talking about it now. All the people that weren't there. Well, they announced the Freak Show tour, which actually was announced earlier that day.
They're ending it here.
Yeah, 25th anniversary Freak Show tour. Yeah, I know. The day I was going to go to Lights Out. I was supposed to go to Detroit for Lights Out. And they're going to be here. Fuck,
yeah.
I could drive 20 minutes or I could drive 8 hours.
And pay a bunch of money.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have to pay money. Well, I'd have to pay gas.
That Lights Out was pretty fucking stacked this year.
It's fucking dope as fuck, man. It's still a dope
man.
show. I'm still debating. I'm still like, fuck. I could go to another Twisted show. I've seen Freak Show 7,000 times. They do it every other year.
No. This one's different.
Yeah, because it's the 25th anniversary. Well, to be fair, when they announced it at the con, like when it just got, chalantly announced, and I was talking about it anyway, gets Bay Clothes on the tour, which is sick. I was like, really? This again? Like the 2 rock tours got canceled, so instead of just doing a rock tour of your own, you're gonna do Freak Show again?
Yeah.
But
they're gonna have Blaze open up for
Blaze and ABK.
Yeah,
Blaze and ABK. Like you've never seen before.
Shit.
But
I'm laughing because Tony's laughing.
It's the same shit every fucking time.
That's what I was even on that page. But I mean, 1, it is the 25-year anniversary, which is fine. People like nostalgia. But 2, I think the main reason they're touring it, 1, it's the 25-year anniversary. 2, they re-recorded.
Yeah.
So they're doing Freak Show, the Twisted version. Since they don't own the masters and they're sick of dealing with it, they re-recorded the entire album. It's going to be re-released with the new re-recording that they will own now. So it'll be Freak Show redone 25 years later with the anniversary tour. I get it.
They should call it the Freak Show Taylor Swift edition.
Yeah, but it's a Twisted version. Same as Taylor's version.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't know, you guys know. If Tony doesn't know, he doesn't pay attention. But
I can't remember shit.
They did the Monoxide HOK show in Denver, and they released a maxi single of Monoxide Chainsmoker Twisted's version.
Yeah.
Where he re-recorded like 4 tracks off of it. It was like a trial, I guess. But so he ended up re-recording that whole right. He re-recorded Chainsmoker since they don't have the rights to it. So that way he can have his solo record back, 1 and 2. And then they decided to do Freak Show. They're like, fuck it, we're sick of playing games. They went on a whole rant. You should watch it. It's great. They're like, we're sick of playing fucking games. We didn't blackmail anybody for anything. We just want our shit. Like, it's our baby. It's not even being handled properly. Like, you can't find it. The songs are fucked up, which is true.
Yeah.
Like you try to listen to that record on Spotify, you don't know what you're listening to. I'm a Slut is actually called like fucking Skitbury or something. Like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like everything's gonna be right. It's gonna be handled. He's like, it's like you had a fucking baby. They described it like if you had a baby and someone else take care of your baby, and you find out they're just beating your baby. They're like, fuck it, we're just gonna. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna make a new baby. Just name it the same name as the old baby.
Yeah.
Just don't beat my baby. Don't beat anybody's baby. Well, whatever. And they're like, if you want to listen to the old one's not going away.
Yeah.
We're just this will be ours now.
I wonder how that's gonna go on Spotify. Like, how are they just gonna label it the re-release?
Yeah, it'll be Twisted version. Yeah. And it'll be proper. I mean, like, well, and to be fair, like Jamie, you notice how Madrox's album is Madrox.
Yeah.
Not Jamie Madrox.
Yeah. When I first looked for it, when that week that I told I was gonna listen to it. I couldn't find it for a little bit.
I think Monoxide is just Monoxide now, not Monoxide Child.
Well, he has been Monoxide.
Yeah, but I'm saying when that came out as Monoxide Child. It's all fucked up. So they're just getting their shit in order and re-recording it and doing what they can. You didn't notice what was the same day?
Probably the Lights Out and the Twisted Show, the Freak Show here.
Oh yeah. It's the same fucking day. And then they announced a couple other things. They announced, I'm not gonna fucking announce anything that I know, but if you guys have noticed, the Haunted Highlands comic hasn't come out in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but either way, they found a new place to make a new version. They're putting out a big ass graphic novel. I can't remember what the name is. It's in the panel, but it's like whatever, something Manor, a Haunted Highlands story or something like that. So it's gonna take that same IP and continue it in a new place without fucking up. Well, yeah, without Manny, but without fucking up the stories that Manny made. So continuing the legacy of that timeline onto a new series created by someone else who apparently has done big comics for like big name music acts, like huge. I can't remember. But the idea is it's going to come out with a graphic novel to kick it off, and they said that they might even do a record to go along with it. So that's cool. And then someone asked them about D4L, which you guys have heard me talk about before, which is like the secret Dark Lotus project.
Yeah.
Jamie mentioned that they wrote, recorded, and finished an entire album a year and a half ago. And it's sitting there, packaged, ideas, everything ready to go if they decide to release it. Because I know they were debating it for a long time because people get so upset about it.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, they have the majority of the members. Like, why not? They basically have the ownership of Dark Lotus. Yeah. I mean, not copyright, but
yeah, they don't own the name. That's why it's going to be called D4L or whatever,
which
is already a fucking name for a band. It's that Lapper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you first said it.
So I don't know what they're going to release it under, but that's not it, probably. If they do it.
Twisted's re-release.
Well, it's not a re-release. But like even they said, they were like,
I'd rather just have it. You know what I mean? Just release it. Because honestly, like if the big reunion happens at the Legends, like everybody's wishing, it's just not going to be the same ever, in my opinion. And I'm fucking proud of Twisted, and I think they should just roll with it.
No, you didn't, Will. Willie gets short. Haven't even mentioned it yet, but I'll talk about it in a minute. New music from Next X Master being released. Yeah, I agree. And they talked about that at the panel. Like basically, like some people want to hear it, some people don't. If you want to hear it, great. If you don't want to hear it, that's fine. We're all in a fucking band together. If they made new music, I would love for that to happen. And he even said I'd love to be a part of it. He literally yells like, "Fucking ask me. Yeah. I'll be there with fucking punch and pie, and I'll bring Paul with me." He's like, "I would fucking love to do it. If they want to do it, I'm down." He's like, "But if they don't want to do it, we're just as much a part of it as they were. People want to hear it. We want to make it. What the fuck's stopping us?"
I mean, it's just like a band moving on, and they kicked out two
new singer or whatever.
Like they have a new singer.
Yeah, they even mentioned Van Halen and shit like that.
It happens. If they have whoever has the majority of the members holds the majority of the group.
Right.
They just have to do it legally wise. That would be the biggest hurdle. And it's like, since you guys are completely out of it forever, I mean, fuck it, we'll just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. I mean, it happens all throughout music history.
And people get mad about it. People were talking about it on the way home. I'm like, there's arguments on both sides. You know what I mean? There 100% is. I get it. Like, don't fuck it up. Don't do it. You shouldn't do it without the members. I agree with all that shit, but at the same time, they have the right to do it. They were a part of it. And me as a listener, I want to hear it.
I mean, that would be like Mars being like, you guys can't release anything else under that because I was a part of it. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just because Jay owns it through Psychopathic, that's the only reason why. Otherwise, any other place.
Well, the place, it's an emotional place. The argument against it is an emotional argument. That's the only argument to me that I understand.
Well,
Like
yeah,
the whole, it was
up.
that was the load. It was the family thing. It was all of us coming together to do this, and I get that.
We were all there in Kokomo, Indiana, when they did Lotus for the first time at Attacks 2. I mean, that shit was amazing.
That was pretty fucking.
It was. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't no fucking Diet Lotus, in my opinion. I was Lotus, you know. It was.
Dude, I got
really
told
good.
about it prior to it even happening because I learned about it earlier, like before the show even started, I think. Or and then I was
because we
excited.
hosted the pre-party.
Yeah, we
for
hosted the pre-party, and they told us like, "Hey, you know, this is what's going down."
Because there was a point in time where we were not allowed. No one was allowed in the back.
Yeah,
because they had a fucking little area to change their outfits and put their fucking masks on, and no one could see it.
Yeah,
they still honor that ritual as well. They turn into, at least at that time, they turned into new people when they put those masks on.
Yeah. So like, I was pumped that whole show. I was like, "When's it gonna come? When's it gonna happen?
Yeah,
When's it gonna happen?"
And then when they record when they did East Side Ninjas, and when they did whatever else it was, when they're all together, like songs of Sam Hain and all these collabos and shit. Like East Side Ninjas, in my head was gonna be like, like a Dark Lotus, but without the name Dark Lotus. But it wasn't. It was a totally different vibe. That it's a decent record, but it wasn't my vibe. I was expecting Lotus vibes, but they weren't like. Even the theme was like sporty, and they were like fun beats. So it was nothing like that. But I'm like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just a vibe to that shit. It's different, and they haven't put out music like that.
Yeah, they're too happy.
Yeah. Or just completely sad, not, you know.
Yeah. Like, we need angry sad. Like, I don't honestly know if they could put together Lotus with the magic that it was, because they are different music.
I think they can. I think the problem was they never put themselves in their mindset because they didn't want to do that. They always wanted to do something different.
I was just gonna say, now they could go into it with a mindset of like betrayal and backstabbing, and they could have a whole dark headspace going that way.
I kind of feel like they do that on every Twisted album. Like ever since they left the label, even before they left the label, the last one they released on the label, it's all about loyalty, backstabbing.
I don't want a shit talking record. I just want to fucking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Call up on your gods. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of the reason why I quit listening to Twisted, is because, like, all right, I get it. You guys are badasses, and you guys are loyalty first, family first, blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. I fucking get it. And it kind of became cliche for me as a listener, hearing that on their records over and over and over again, because the only thing my mind goes to is the split. And I know that's probably not always the case, and I don't have any animosity either way, other than they just being big shitheads to each other. But that's where my brain goes. I'm thinking about negativity while I'm listening to them talk about being hard and like loyalty and stuff, and I just can't. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want that on a Lotus record.
Yeah, I don't want a shit talking record. I just want it to be fucking dark and deep. And I want, and because it's, I don't know, man. Like, huh?
I want real.
Yeah. Like we were talking earlier, with Blaze singing at the show. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit I want.
Yeah.
Bring it back. And I like the positive shit. I mean, a little shit talking is fun sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're like, oh. You know what I mean? But it's like, it gets to be too much.
Yeah, but I want undirected shit talking,
yeah.
not like specific shit.
Yeah, like moments like that panel. Sitting in that panel and hear them kind of like a little bit talk shit about like the not being able to get their records and, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like real shit, real things that are actually real problems that they're really mad about.
Yeah.
They're like, how the fuck do we fix it? Because we gotta deal with this bullshit, right? But then to go on and say, fucking invite us back, we'll be there. If you guys notice, anybody who noticed, I don't know who's watching or not, we just talked about the Freak Show tour, right? Go look at the dates. I've heard this from Twisted. I've heard this from Twisted's management. I've heard it from Twisted employees separately. They did not book Friday, the weekend of the gathering, in hopes that they asked them to come.
That would be dope.
Literally. They booked an entire tour that month, and they did not book one date just in case they get the call to come to the gathering. They have Friday of the Gathering completely unbooked. They're down to be there. He said in the panel, if we get invited to make a record, we'll show up. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I would have to show up to the gathering if that was pre-announced.
right?
I think I would have to show up for that.
Like I said, you know, it's highly doubtful, but
yeah,
they did it. They literally left it open for that reason. They don't publicly talk about that, but it happened. Like, they all told me separately. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Montana Josh?
I mean, if it happens, it'd be amazing, but like I said, I'm kind of just product twisted, and I hope they just keep doing their own thing.
Yeah, they are killing it. I mean, Lotus is fucking killing it. Not Lotus.
I would just feel weird at this point, like, to see the big reunion. I don't need it. I'm happy with the way shit is.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think it would be a big reunion.
Right.
If it happened, it would be like
exactly.
Twisted
Like,
would be there that day and they wouldn't. Type of shit or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying like the cash grab, but I mean somebody's gonna be cashing off of that shit, you know, and it ain't gonna be genuine. That's for sure.
But it would be sick. I would love it.
You know, it would sell so much. So many of those records that they made a Dark Lotus album with all of them again, the originals. Like it would blow the fucking doors off of the merch booth.
You think? I don't know. How? I mean, it probably would. It would, but it would have to be like. I feel like there'd have to be more to it. It wouldn't just be. It couldn't just be like we gave in type of shit or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, they would have to both. All sides would want to have to be a part of it.
Don't do that. Pause. Damn, bro.
What are you doing?
I didn't. It wasn't supposed to play. Sorry.
I mean, if Jay did give into it and they made it, that would be my first thought as well. It'd be a money move. Because somebody would have to tell them, like, hey, do you know what this would fucking mean for your guys' career if you fucking did this right now? Like, it would rejuvenate all of the fans that you lost to
But
Twisted.
they did, when they did the last, how well do you think the last Lotus did, though? Because they were split.
Yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't like we didn't feel the full impact.
If you just talk a little louder, we could hear you. What'd she say? What are you telling us?
She 100% agrees with what we're all saying as far as her take on it. That it wouldn't feel right. It would just feel like money grab from who knows which side, but either one maybe. You know.
I think it would be a money grab from Jay because
So he would make all the money.
I think Shaggy he would be kind of down for it. We already know that Twisted's down for it. Blaze, they're all down for it. ABK.
Everybody always says I love Joey. Everyone on that end. It's like,
Yeah,
I still love him. I still love him so much.
Yeah. And I
We
just
just went
imagine
to,
that Joe is the only one holding out on this, and that would be the money grab one.
We just went to the JCW in Vegas at the beginning of the month in March.
Yeah.
And he seems super happy doing JCW. He should just kind of fucking stick to JCW and ICP. You know what I mean? And Twisted should just be Twisted and their shit. I kind of don't want it at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I want it because I want to hear it. But at the same time, it needs to be genuine.
Yeah.
But the idea
Right.
of them coming to, like, it would start with Twisted. Like, if they got to the point where if every juggalo in the world wants Twisted the Gathering of legends, you fucking book Twisted. You book people you don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you book a band that you don't like and just not fucking...
That would make literally the entire attendance happy.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't
everybody there would be
You don't
happy
have
about
to pretend you like them. You don't have to come and do songs with them. You don't have to do Lotus, right? You don't do any of it.
Yeah.
Just book them on your fucking festival like a promoter would book a band on a festival. That's step one. If that goes well, maybe you bump into each other. Maybe you hear everybody talking about how dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what kind of fucking, pebble that is in the world of whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like they didn't have to address it.
Yeah, like, drop the fucking pebble in a lake, that's step one. Not admitting, but just fucking...
Or they could just never even address it. I mean, just fucking put them all there and go, yeah, I guess they're showing.
What's I'm saying? Don't say shit about it. Yeah, like, they're an artist. I mean, obviously, they would have to fucking headline whatever night they played.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way they'd be the fucking opening band.
That would be ridiculous.
But yeah, they fucking Twisted's on Friday. Ouija Mac's headline fucking Saturday. Twisted ICP headline Sunday. ICP doesn't have fucking... I can see them not even having their own event scheduled that whole day. They just take a whole day off in the gathering. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to go in town.
If they announced it, we'd be gathering that year. That's for sure. We'd be there for that.
It'd be sick. I mean, I'll be at the gathering regardless. I've been to fucking all of it. I'd be a lot happier if fucking Twisted.
Yeah.
They have the
or any of them. You know what I mean? Fucking...
They have the opportunity.
Bring back Blaze. Blaze ain't do nothing to nobody.
That is true.
Technically, Blaze got kicked off the label and didn't even know it. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
He was at a concert, heard about the announcement. I was like, guess I'm off the label. Like, he was
like,
still...
do I just finish this? Or what? Do I clock out or go home or do I finish my day?
That's how living is, family. This is together, dude. Because they're all juggalos. We literally had that conversation Sunday night, like kicking it, drunk as hell. Like everybody started as juggalo. Everybody that works there, everybody, you know what I mean? Like they're all juggalos. They're juggalos just like we're juggalos, and they're still doing the juggalo things. They're just not allowed in one place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because of one person, a place that everybody wants them at.
Well, too, because Rob. But still. I mean, I think everybody wants them there except for those two people. And like, no.
That sucks. And it's crazy when you get in conversation. It's like fucking 10 years later, here we are still talking about this shit.
Yeah, it's an injustice in our
because it was
world.
such a fucking affected everything, dude.
It broke the family up. Whether you like it or not.
It's sad.
I wonder how it would go, because I mean, also, like, there's been so many, like, I hate when they like classify them by age or new school juggalos, but there's been so many since the split. How would Twisted be received at this point? You know what I mean? From all these new heads,
like from the Chapter 17,
only hate Twisted, and if you're down with Twisted, we hate you and all that shit.
Yeah. Well, they might even be too young for that. They might not even.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they know. I mean, I don't care who they know who they are.
I mean,
that's all everybody talks about. But they just know hate.
But you got to think the second.
So maybe they're like, oh, well, maybe it's okay now.
Okay.
Like all the TikTokers and YouTubers, that all they know is the beef over the last 10 years. That's the only thing they know.
Well,
like I wonder how that would go.
The second deckers, they came in. And that would be like them being mad at Eminem over the beef they had back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, like the first deckers had, the original Juggalo.
I love how you said that right. It really said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the stupid Eminem shit all over. Yeah, right? Daddy hit mommy at the table. Now we have to pick which one we visit each weekend. Well, I picked mommy because mommy shouldn't have got hit like that.
Yeah. What mommy did?
What mommy did?
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I think I'm gonna go hit the job too.
All right, buddy.
Getting the munchies.
Talking to you again, buddy.
Much love. Glad you guys made it home.
Yeah, good to see you, Tony. We missed you.
I always miss you. I look forward to our next
bye.
time.
Bye, Tashina. We love you too. Feel better.
Bye, Sheena. Honey and what
all right, guys.
The cure for sore throat? Honey and what? I don't know. Get a hot toddy.
A hot mommy. That's a good cure for a sore throat.
I can take these off now that I'm not listening.
Oh, hot mommy.
Yeah.
Hot mommy.
Have you screaming at me this whole time? Because you can't hear yourself to just your volume.
Hello. But yeah, man. Lotus or whatever.
Dark Lotus.
What else? I forgot what the fucking else. So I'm gonna tell you guys before. I'm gonna.
Hit with a music break.
We don't have a music break.
What the fuck am I supposed to talk about?
We don't, but they do. I'm talking about life, man. But I do want to tell you because you can't see me pointing at the title.
Okay.
I'm pointing at the title. Will mentioned it, and it's in the headline. Brand new Lex the Hexmaster has been leaked.
Ooh.
Where has it been leaked? Right here on Replicon Radio as soon as this video is over. As soon as this live stream ends.
Oh, shit.
We're leaking some shit.
Oh!
It's right there. Brand new Lex the Hexmaster. No one's ever heard this before. This is Daydreaming Freestyle. I would play it, but it would ruin everything for us because it's on a stolen beat. It's on a Lupe Fiasco beat.
Yeah.
But it's going to premiere right after this episode.
Nice. And
you guys can check it out, share it with all your friends. And speaking of fucking splits and whatnot, you might mention Twisted in this track.
Oh shit! Oh, he's splitting from Twisted.
He's on LSP now.
Oh shit!
Lex the Hexmaster's on LSP.
Oh shit!
He left Magic Music.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
I don't know if he's saying something bad.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You all can find out.
Oh shit! We're gonna premiere it. We're gonna play it. It's the only place you can get it.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna make any money off of it. The Lupe Fiasco.
Nope.
Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, it's popping off right here on Replicon Radio. We're leaking music.
That's our favorite thing to do. Is
it's been a while. I
Yeah.
feel like it's been a while since anybody has leaked a song or anything.
Yeah.
Right? When was the last time some shit got leaked?
Nothing good.
Bringing it back to the old school.
Yeah. You know, things that get leaked now are things that celebrities send to fucking TMZ to get leaked.
Right?
Those fucking new radio show people leaking bullshit.
Fucking radio show people. Leaking bullshit. Yeah, what's up with TMZ, bro? That shit's crazy, dude. Sorry. Somehow they ended up in my fucking feed, dude. It's all like fucking people fucking murdering.
Oh yeah, they're.
Oh, I thought y'all did like celebrity news. What the fuck?
I heard it.
Oh. Damn, bro, you moving around like that? We lost the internet for a second.
I didn't do nothing.
You got a busy schedule ahead of you? Can you go ahead and get the link now? Yeah. You know how to go. You know how to message me. I'll send it to you.
Nothing to see why it's on the paper.
It's unlisted. Totally muted and started talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The internet cut out for a second.
Yeah. Well.
You don't know that. No, it's just in my head. Your internet has been restored. Thanks.
Well, good. I didn't have a hiccup over here, I don't think. I'm just getting scolded for ruining one of the cups.
Sure.
You want to give me a different cup?
You've already ruined that one.
Can you get a different cup and can you please fill it back up?
Did I break shit on my way out? Yep, you broke it, Josh. Okay, Josh broke it.
Yeah, you did. You broke the
You
glass.
laughed, but he broke it.
One of the little dots. You know, I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
Maybe.
Sugar.
Maybe
Sugar.
it will. Maybe it will.
You can be our interview, Will. Come on here.
Yes, it will. He was not at Astro.
Yeah, he wasn't at Astro. We can talk about what we could do at Astro.
You can talk about the Replicon Radio Awards.
Well, I could also do This Week in History. I have that.
You got that?
Yeah. I don't know how long that segment's going to be, but yeah.
You do that. I'm gonna take a quick small silence for this bathroom break.
Yeah, may.
You sat there and jerked off for 4 days?
For 4 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right, P's gonna be right back. We'll just. I don't. Can I remove him? Can I remove you from the stage? If this, I'm gonna remove him from the stage if this goes down. Sorry. The sound is probably back now. Yeah. Well, I added them back. So. Yep, there we go. All right, well, cool. I can do the whole segment again. Thank you guys for letting me know. Yeah. It took you guys long enough to let me know. But anyway. Okay. Well, this week in history, in April 7th, 1948, the World Health Organization was established by the United Nations. Regardless of if you guys like them or not, they still, they've kept a lot of fucking people alive over the years. I see you in the chat now. Let's see, in 2001, on April 7th, NASA launched its 2001 Mars Odyssey, which will later find evidence of water on Mars, which is pretty fucking cool. On April 8th, 1974, Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record by hitting his 715th homer. Also, fun fact, I don't know if you guys noticed or knew this, but Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record got broken this week by Alex Ovechkin. You could have just taken your laptop.
I have my fan on.
Yeah, I mean, it is a great idea. She's full of them.
Yeah. Did you hear it?
He had to play a...
Did you remove me and then your mic didn't work and you had to re-add me?
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked B, and he goes, I don't know.
I was like, well, we're not in the studio. So I was like, oh, maybe.
Well,
and then after I said maybe, I was like,
probably not.
Yeah.
But anyway, Wayne Gretzky got his all-time score record broken this week. And in the same amount of games that it took Wayne Gretzky to get 894 goals, Alex Ovechkin...
Tony, you're muted. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just got the message from him.
Yeah. Alex Ovechkin, I think that's the guy. Sorry if I got it wrong, but broke his record by getting 895 goals in the same amount of games that it took him to get 894 goals. I think it's like 1,437 games or something like that they both scored that same amount of goals in. So that's a fun little fact that happened this week. That actually happened this year. On April 8th in 1990, I don't know why this is notable, but Twin Peaks aired on ABC, which changed the landscaping of TV storytelling. I'm assuming, I don't know. That's just what it says. On April 9th, 1959, NASA introduced the first 7 astronauts for the Mercury program, known as the Mercury 7. And these came to be the first astronauts. Like, they were the first ones. The first ones to fucking do it.
And Obi is going to hit 1K before retirement?
I mean,
does that sentence make sense?
Yeah, Ovechkin. Yeah, he's talking about the guy that beat...
The old Mexican? Who's that?
He's a hockey player.
Oh.
Plays for the Washington Nationals, I think. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming because Gretzky was. I mean, if he plays any more games, I would. I don't know, man. 1K, that's a lot.
I sent you the link, bro.
That's a lot, man. 1K, that's insane. That's like McGuire steroid era numbers. That's crazy. 900 for sure, though. I think 900.
If I get up and leave 2 or 3 more times, I'll pay attention.
Okay. We'll get that. BGs.
A bunch of rumblings happen.
No. Let's see. On April 9th, in 1965, the Astrodome opened in Houston, Texas, which is the first domed sports stadium in the world. That's pretty fun. Cool. Woo! Woo! I'm glad that you missed him, Kanga. Tigger Kanga. I think Morales mentioned it too, that he missed him.
I just sent Willie the link, the unreleased link to What's the Xmas. He said, I'm not going to tune out. I'm going to listen to an actual segment.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Will. On April 10th,
it's 3 out of 3.
In 1912, the RMS Titanic departed.
Deported works too.
Deported
it left the country
from Southampton on its maiden voyage. You know, so today it left, and it sinks, I think, in a couple days. Well, not this week, but see. And in 1970, on April 10th, Paul McCartney announced his departure from the Beatles. But it led to their solo careers.
The Wings?
Sure.
The Paul McCartney was a John.
That sounds more. I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
The Wings?
Yeah.
It was like his other band.
What?
That was his other band.
You don't know which one?
Yeah, my phone's down here.
Yeah. Let's see. On April 11th, 1976, the Apple I computer was released, launching the Apple legacy and grandfathering every computer that you would fucking touch ever, including this little laptop. And it's this lovely lady over here that's off screen's birthday on April 11th. So send her money and happy birthdays.
Yeah, the Wings. Fronted by Paul McCartney, started in 1971.
Okay, well.
You didn't know
that? I'm sorry, I'm very versed on Paul McCartney lore.
So young.
I know you are. So
she's turning 22 this week. Let's see. You'll like this one, P.
I hate it.
April 11th, 1983.
There was a riot on the streets. Tell me what. Oh, wait.
No. Beat it! Beat it! Michael Jackson releases Beat It.
I wish we just said that.
Yeah. No, I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me when you listen to that song.
I'm not going to masturbate.
It hit #1 on the Billboard charts for the first time.
The second it came out.
Yeah, the second. No, it wasn't released. I'm sorry, I didn't get that far into the sentence. It didn't release yet. It hit #1. Let's see. April 12th. There's a lot of space news this week. April 12th, 1961, the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space on Vostok 1. Is that the one that got lost? I don't know.
I've never heard that in my life, so I don't know.
Yeah. And then
this is your segment.
And then in 1980,
you should have asked those questions when you researched that, and then
I didn't have that question until I read it just now.
Is that the first time you read it?
No. It's okay. I had to read it earlier because I had to know which ones I wanted to put on there. Whatever. And then in 1981, NASA launched STS-1, the first space shuttle mission. So I don't know how that's different because we supposedly went to the moon before that.
So about the space before there was a space shuttle.
Well,
and then we went to the moon before someone ever went to space.
I don't know. Like,
well, that was just a television show.
That needs to be further research.
The moon thing was a t-shirt.
Well, some people say.
Was it directed by Stanley Cooper?
Yeah, Stanley Cooper.
Stanley Cooper directed the mission to the moon for television.
Yeah.
Right? And then he put like hints in his movies to try to tell people without telling people?
I don't believe it, but I mean, I'm sure that's a theory. That would be something. That would be your segment.
Stanley Cooper directed the moon landing for television and put hints to try to tell people in his movies because he couldn't actually tell people. I just said it again.
She wasn't listening.
You have a terrible life. Birthday or not.
Oh, I know.
They're acting like a fucking female. Not listening and shit. Just not listening. Shouldn't you be cleaning or something?
Go ahead, hit him.
I know.
All right. Don't hurt your shoulder though.
She wouldn't do it. She knows I'm joking. If you say something like that, she's afraid you're gonna fucking throw her downstairs. She knows I'm kidding.
Oh, she divorces me about 2 or 3 times a day. It's fine. Today was a good day though, because I wasn't here.
Now we're both here.
Let's see.
Tune in to Replicon Radio after hours. We're gonna put a live cam up in there fucking living room.
There's just so much space news because also on April 13th, 1970, the Apollo 13 exploded.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no. Sorry. Again, it suffered an oxygen tank explosion, leading to the famous words, "Houston, we have a problem." In 1970 on April 13th.
That's what the problem was, huh?
Yeah, they had an oxygen tank explosion.
You know what's funny? I never knew what the problem was.
Yeah, well, it's an oxygen tank exploded on the Apollo 13, and they said, "Houston, we have a problem," which makes it pretty sarcastic. It's like,
no, they did have a problem.
They did have a problem, but it's like, ooh. But the crew did survive. They returned and came back down to Earth.
Yeah. It's crazy that I never. How much we know Houston we have a problem? I have no fucking idea what the problem is.
Yeah.
Never even thought to ask.
Yeah.
Never even thought to ask.
I thought that's just what they said when they had a problem.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, now it is.
But we just didn't know what the problem was.
The initial time that they said it, and
we never questioned asked what the problem was.
Yeah. Well, because they got depicted in Hollywood a lot, Yeah,
if you're gonna talk, you have to talk louder. I can't hear you. I know it was a whisper.
In Houston. Yeah,
that's why I said talk louder. That was the point of the. I knew what you were doing. That's why I said don't do that.
And also on April 13th, 2015, the Apple Watch became available for pre-order. That was taking Apple into the field of wearable tech.
How long was the pre-order?
That I don't know. I can ask.
I was wondering when it actually came out.
I mean,
for the next few years.
I don't think so.
I was trying to find the image for this segment that I didn't know we were having, so I wasn't prepared.
Well, I thought I could start doing it again. I mean, most people like it. And that is This Week in History.
The file's not called This Week in History, so I can't find it.
Yeah. Well, you've been making some pretty cool images lately. You can do that. And you can get an intro of like a typewriter typing in the fucking distance or something like that.
I'm videos. I can't feel it.
Oh, fuck.
Beat it.
I already showed her. No.
Hold on. What, Josh? Tashina thinks the Luxor in Vegas is haunted because the Mummy and the Titanic Museum.
I've been to that.
What does
Not
that
the Mummy
mean?
Museum, but I've been to the big piece, the Titanic Museum in the Luxor.
Those are two museums that are inside the Luxor?
Yeah.
But why do those two museums make the Luxor Why would that?
Well, I'm assuming it's an actual haunted artifact. Like the Titanic Museum has like the biggest piece. It could be the body exhibit. At least when we went there.
I think travel photo.
Yeah. I went to it when it was here. That was pretty fun. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Cool.
It's weird. That'd be weird.
Oh, it was. It was neat. It was fucking cool. They also had a whole.
You know, there's a lot of fucking conspiracy behind that thing too, right?
It was like all like fucking black people or whatever.
Some
like,
of it,
yeah.
Like some dude murdered his wife and baby, started that, which is why there's like a dead fetus pregnant lady. Whatever they are.
Yeah.
Because they're real fucking people, just like.
Well, it's also real educational, so like I don't care. Finally, a serial killer for good. But they also have like a whole segment of just animals that are the same way. Yeah.
Gross. Like, you got excited. Smile. You're like, yeah. Bunch of fucking bodies and shit.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, the bodies. I mean, that's why they call me Dead Body Man. Is that I'm fascinated with dead people. And people dying, and the murders and all that shit, the gore videos. As I'm holding the Chowini, she's a little murder fucking thing. She will fuck you up.
The difference between the shuttle launch versus the moon landing is that the shuttles are designed for reusable orbital transport, while the moon landing is made to make it to the moon.
Okay, all right. Thank you, bro.
And the moon landing was a television production.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Fun fact.
Yeah, that's why I'm the Dead Body Man. So I'm fascinated by it. So like when I went to the bodies exhibit,
he's the fucking dead animal. Is that fucking excited you got?
Well, I was getting
is that when you have a house full of
excited.
fucking animals you're just preparing?
I mean, she has a whole bunch of skulls and shit upstairs. A lot of taxidermy stuff. You want to see a fetal pig?
It's in the box. Come on. It's not. No, it's in this thing.
I'm the one all that time.
Yeah.
It gives you more questions than answers. Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking madness, dude. Like he was saying, fucking Dark Lotus or whatever.
It's magic.
Yeah. Magic wand.
Oh, she's gonna get
What else is going on? Astronomicon. We Sunday night, Astronomicon ended, and we ended up going to, like I mentioned earlier, not the used that I had free tickets to that I really wanted to go to.
Yeah.
We went to the Sugar Factory, which is apparently a TikTok famous restaurant. We did not know that.
Was that the one in Vegas that we went to? Yeah, we went to one in Vegas. Yeah.
But the waiter came over and told us.
Why was there nobody in there? I saw you guys.
There was nobody.
They were it's big ass place. I can imagine
in downtown Detroit.
Two people. To
be fair, it was very late.
Oh.
And a Sunday.
You guys went right before closing?
I mean, a few hours.
Oh.
Not right before. Yeah, they got like the 124 karat gold. You get the burger, shake, and fries, all 124 karat gold. We did not get that.
Which one? What did we get? Did we get the smoking fish bowl or whatever? Did you get one of those?
The drink. I wasn't drinking. I drove.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but we met Nada. That's why we were there.
Yeah. I saw
So we
that.
drove to downtown Detroit to meet Nada.
Yeah, shout out to Nada.
Give her an award and spend some time with the homie. We got macaroni and cheese pops. I said appetizer, which is basically just fried balls and mac and cheese with a stick that looked like a cake pop.
Yeah.
They were delicious, but we got 3 of them. They were $19. Absurd. She got the whole chicken fries. Rue got. We didn't get those. We looked at them though. Those were like $23, and all I wore was just gay. That was like the only selling point.
It was gay?
Yeah, like rainbow color. But Rue should have got that for sure. What the hell did he get? I don't remember what he got. Oh, we got a fucking grilled cheese with ham.
That's even gayer than getting the gay burger.
And then I got the waffle something breakfast burger. Like the buns were waffles. Then there was burger, a hash brown, eggs, bacon, smoke.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was funny because they forgot that, well, I don't know if they, whatever they did. My sandwich didn't have gravy on it. And the guy came over, he's like, is everything okay? I was like, my sandwich is missing a key ingredient. He's like, what's that? I was like, great. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Rude told me I was rude because the way I said it. I'm like, what do you mean? How would you say your sandwich is missing a key ingredient? Like it was missing a key ingredient. Like there's 4 things on this thing, and the selling point was it's covered in gravy.
You was it was.
I said it. Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. But whatever, they got it. The gravy was delicious. And then we all shared a some crazy table side s'more campfire Sunday cookie biscuit.
At least you got something sweet.
Madness.
It's like a whole way to go in
the
there.
sugar factory. Yeah. It was all right. The service was terrible,
That's fine.
but it was cool. His original nickname was Dead Booty Man because the coroner would call him to identify people who was available. Of course, was their anus.
And I can do that. I was really good at my job.
It's true. But it was cool because we got to hang out with Nada, like I said, kicking it with her. Watching her get all womanly steamed at the terrible service.
Oh, yeah.
She was about to boil.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to make fun of.
Can I get your corporate email, please?
She's like, should I go fucking Karen? I'm like, we can just leave.
Oh, it's fun when she does it because we get like free pizza and shit. Because they be fucking up our orders. It's like,
But yeah, it was dope. We just chilled with her for a while. We ended up going back to the hotel at like fucking midnight. And then that's where we ran into Josh and Jim and all those guys again.
yeah.
Like, we're the last ones. You got any beer? Like, yeah, I got a couple. Not knowing we were going to stay up till 4 a.m. and I had to drive 8 hours in this morning. But whatever, it is what it is.
I've been there.
But it was fun, man. You know what I mean? I'd rather enjoy my time than go to bed and be like, fuck.
I mean, that's the whole point of health.
Speaking of driving, I was thinking earlier since I was driving down here, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna seem like ugly, like no makeup or nothing. Then I was like, Paul saw me after that fucking weekend when we went to Salt Lake City after a 25-hour road trip.
Oh, yeah.
Twice. Like, I probably can't get uglier than that.
All did see that.
That needs a spatula. That's in there, man. That's in there.
All did see that.
That was a nightmare for me because you, Tony, and Matt all snored.
Well, I used to
All
snore.
3 of y'all were snoring not as well.
Why is it a nightmare? It sounds like a dream.
Not for me, bud.
Why not? You should just want to sleep. If you would have just went to sleep, you wouldn't even have known what other people were doing. Fucking mind your business.
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, the problem for that though is that if you go to sleep and you're woken up by that, that's the problem.
Dude, Rue, like I snore.
Yeah,
Rue's
bad.
that's a different thing. It's a whole nother animal.
Yeah,
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah, because his snoring is him actually dying. Because he goes silent for about 10 seconds. He goes.
Jesus.
Yeah. But when it's not
Rude. That man, he just snores pretty.
It's, what? Yeah, it's frightening. But I just grow accustomed to it, and I'm like, okay, these sounds are sounds that I need to go to sleep to. So it's like the crickets or something. You know what I mean? Like they used to be annoying, now it's just sounds of sleep. It's like his snoring is now my white noise.
It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be. And he sleeps 47 hours. I sleep 4.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing else. There's nothing I can do. It doesn't work all the time. It's only when I'm tired. And then I wake up and I can't get more sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why you sleep 4 hours.
You're welcome to Joshua.
That's more show.
But it was fun, man. It's just a lot of hanging out with homies. Oh, I don't have any more, bro. You know, why we're talking about stuff. Here we go. Tourism things.
Well, Suicide Boys announced their grade A tour.
They did. Coming to Hollywood Casino.
Yep.
and a bunch of other places where you guys live.
Yeah.
JCW presents the Hell of Pain and Diamond Rain Tour with JCW Wrestling and live performances from Violent J and Ouija Mac. Going down at Belvedere, Illinois, Joliet, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. April 24, 25, 26, 27. Go check it out. They did a show here, not this tour, but wrestling and Violent J. It was a good time. I got to tickle Violent J's belly.
Did he laugh like the Pillsbury Doughboy? Nice, good job.
As we mentioned it earlier, Twisted announced the 25-year anniversary of Freak Show Tour.
Opened by Blaze and ABK.
And Sunny X in Bakewell.
Nice. Is Bakewell still running like lights and shit for him and sound or whatever?
Sometimes.
Okay.
And now he's on this whole tour.
That's what's up.
Starting August 8th at the Forge in Joliet, Illinois, and ending August 30th at Pops in Sauget, Illinois. And again, there's a day off right in the middle there.
Show tour. Yeah.
It's on Saturday. Also announced this weekend, Camp Zool 5.
Ooh!
More blood, more gore, more blasphemy going
They're
on
re-releasing.
September 5th through the 7th.
If anybody wants to buy Zoom merch,
If anybody wants to buy Zool merch, like OG Zool merch, I got a connect that wants to sell some shit. So hit me up. Like pristine, first generation, forever mask and shit.
Another one fell off the bus.
no, he doesn't use it.
She doesn't use any of it. She's got a lot of old school shirts and all that stuff. Yeah, so you need a Zool connect for that good shit.
Rumble taking place. There's a Royal Rumble going in my belly.
We'll go get this shit, and he'll take his shit, and then we'll show this shit.
And then also just announced Insane Clown Posse and 3-6 Mafia were added to Sonic Temple Music Festival as special guests for the first time ever. They've never announced special guests before. These are just added to the already stacked lineup. You can go see Insane Clown Posse and 3-6 Mafia as part of the experience.
Is that why they have a cup of fucking scissor right there?
Isn't that, dude? It's fucking great Fago.
I literally.
But it looks like scissor poured into a hypnotized mind.
My
I
brain
think that's
immediately
hilarious.
went to the ooze from the Power Rangers.
Yeah. But it's a great Fago bottle,
That's.
which is funny.
I can't. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, it's a
see
Fago label.
that. That's crazy.
It's fucking hilarious. I thought it was
When's the last time they do Great Fago?
I don't know. Sonic Temple like that. That was funny. It's lean, but it's Fago. Yeah, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, because it was the ooze and then the lean when you said 3-6 Mafia.
Freak shows where you started. Were you here earlier, Will, when we talked about that? The re-recording and all that? I think it's cool. I still, as much as I get it.
I want to see how they handle that re-record. Like, how much does it sound? How much better
Well, here's the
does it
question.
sound?
What I don't know what you want. I mentioned I was talking this earlier with my buddy because it was like the idea is that you want it to be as close as possible because now it's yours.
Yeah.
But for someone like me who's been listening to that for fucking my hope for 25 years, obviously it's 25 years old. I was there when they debuted it before it came together.
He was there when they thought about it.
Yeah, I wasn't there then. But I'm just saying, like, I've listened to it since its existence.
He has the original.
Do I need
lyrics.
to hear it? You know what I mean? Like, it's not for me. It's made for new people who come in and
I
for
don't
them in
think
their
it's.
catalog.
I don't think it's made for either
Well,
one.
it's
I
made
think.
for, like,
I
new
think
people.
it's made for them to.
Well, it's
get
made
the
for them
praise
to have their rights
and get the rights. I think it just sounds exactly like it was.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's the idea.
maybe better mastered and like cleaner and all that stuff.
That's a really good question, Will. I wish you would have asked that 3 days ago, and I would have asked that in the panel. That is a good question. Maybe they'll. I don't understand how that's not clean, to be honest. Like, it's not a direct cover. The music's different. That's the only part that would be unclear.
Who was the original person that did that?
The Doors?
Okay.
You never heard of them?
We're so young. We can't remember.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hardy TikTok? They're on there.
I'm sure they are. The fucking Doors, bro. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. But the music, yeah, they should just fucking. I don't know. I think it's cool. I understand why they're doing it. I almost would rather they did like they did with Mutant. I mean, they already own Mutant. They just remixed and remastered it. I would rather hear Freak Show remix remaster. Just me as a fan, because I already have Freak Show. Fuck, I need a new one for it. I get why they're doing it. I'm not mad at it, but let's do both.
Yeah.
Here's the redo and here's the remix remaster. That's the song we got me into. It was wearing the Doors shirt. The song screen the dude played. It's like you got to hear this cover, dude. Hell yeah, that's what's up. That makes sense, actually. For someone who wasn't into that type of shit to hear.
That is a good transition song.
Yeah.
Into the world.
It's a great cover. Dude.
It is. It's a good song. Yeah. It is a good. But
I remember being such a little fucking juggalo kid. He's like, women seem twisted. And they emphasize, because they don't even say twisted in the real song.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They emphasize twisted. I was like, oh, yeah. That's their name.
Yeah,
Like,
they did it. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
They're so wicked.
I don't know. I would want it to basically sound like the same, just a better, cleaner version, I guess. Like, you know, like I don't know. It's been so long since I listened to that record, anyways.
But I mean, yeah, Fritz is their in-house engineer. That was the first time they met Fritz, was recording that show.
Yeah.
Now he's their number one employee. So that's a full circle moment for sure.
Well, then it should sound exactly the fucking same.
Well, their voices don't sound exactly
But yeah, I know. But you would try. That's what people love about it. Is that why would you take one of your most iconic records and then change the sound of it?
Paul's just going to be on there like, Twisted! He's just going to hold every word like he does live.
The first thing I thought of when we brought this back up. I was like, I know Paul.
We don't die!
Yeah! Although,
Jack Black in that shit?
To be fair, just the live stream that I did catch of them, Paul was not doing that. He was actually singing the songs correctly, and it sounded like what the people wanted to hear. So I just know that he gets on tour singing the same fucking songs that they've been singing for 20 years, and he gets bored and he gets tired of it, and he just tries to flare it up and make it entertaining for himself. I know that's what he's doing that for, just because he's so tired of playing the same shit. But it in my opinion, it ruins the experience that you want to go hear this fucking song and hear it pretty as close to on the track as you can live. Like, you know, it's kind of.
It's crazy. To back up a little bit, similar topic, we were talking about Twister on the panel of a new graphic novel. It's called Mayhem Manor by a company called Z2, and they have done graphic novels for The Doors.
All right.
Machine Gun Kelly, Ice Nine Kills, and a shit ton of other.
Well, then they can reach out to the Doors and go, hey, I need this.
I mean, the fucking Doors did a song with Tech Nine fucking 10 years later. The remaining, I mean, obviously Jim Morrison's been dead. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Was he on Roseanne?
Yeah. He was the mom.
Yeah.
But he was the dad. Yeah, so that's popping off. Hey, we have some stuff, dude. What is it? This pizza? Is the pizza on here?
But I don't know. You just ate as many meats as possible, and then the garlic bread with a lot of meat on it too.
Yeah,
and you were just telling us about your breakfast sandwich that you bitched about and you needed the gravy on. You're not nice to your stomach.
That was crazy. What's wrong with gravy? First of all,
it's heavy.
First of all, what the fuck is it? How is it? It's like butter. It's like milk.
It's not.
Literally, it's milk.
It's flour.
And
oh yeah.
you guys see that dead body man's wife snorting? She's gonna go get her pig fetus off the wall while she snorts.
Yeah. Bring down the pig fetus so he can see it.
I've seen them before. I'm even listening to Twisted since college. Hell yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go keep it.
0506. That's what's up. Told Cliff Adventurer he should redo Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love and do Addicted to Blood. That'd be dope. Might as well face it, Joe. Addicted to blood. Wait, how do they do the recordings in the ICP? That's another good question. Willie the Automaton gets short FM. That is another good question. I don't know. Maybe they use the old. They use the old ones. Do they use the old ones? Do they just use the old verses and put them back on? They could do that. It's a good question that nobody asks because nobody thinks about things like that in the moment. There was no producers in the panel room or lawyers. But that is a good question. Another good question. Who else was on that? Will FM.
Will FM had a question.
He comes with all the good questions.
Yeah, that's why we love him and we need him in the chat all the time.
And I don't know the answer.
What's his question?
Why already asked it? How do they do the recordings without ICP on All I Ever Wanted and What the Dead Was?
Well, I don't know how that the legal ramifications of them were used to what.
I mean, they could use the same verse again. They own the rights to those. You know? Yeah, know what I mean? What is that? What is that? What is that? That's just a dead bird? You just brought a dead bird down here?
Dead bird.
That's just a real dead bird?
Yeah.
Why? You went outside and scooped that up and you can't clean up your fucking pumpkins on the front porch?
Oh, right? I don't go out the
What
front.
the fuck, dog?
I don't go in the front.
You went outside to collect the bird and hang it in your room, but you have fucking 2 pumpkins that have just turned into toxic waste on your front porch.
Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of the song "Dead Pumpkins"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah.
Or from the House of Crazies?
There's a. Is it a coyote paw? Yeah. This might get us demonetized.
You asked for the pig, and I was like, well, these next pig.
Well, yeah. This is the second duck that she has gotten.
No.
Oh, it was
Duck.
first duck, second pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the head kind of fell off of this one, so
Don't worry about that.
yeah, don't worry about that. You can kind of see that the head kind of
What
came
the
off.
fuck, bro? What, you got it on there with a toothpick or something? You about to put that in your drink? Is it thirsty?
What?
What the
Look
fuck?
him.
What's his name? What? You just referred to him as him, but you don't know
Then we had
his name?
A fetal pig. This is our second fetal pig because one of our dogs ate the first one.
Oh,
And then threw it up. That's how we knew who ate the fucking pig because the little asshole fucking vomited it back up. So I had to clean it back up. So she was not only devastated once, but twice.
Does it smell?
No.
Everything smells right now. No, don't get it. No, don't put it. That's fucking disgusting.
Look,
Those other things are gross too, but at least they look like they're alive. I don't want to touch that. I don't even fucking like coyotes. You know what? What's wrong with you?
2 peas in a pod.
That sentence doesn't make any sense right here. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all too?
Yeah.
You two nasty motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Do we still have the dead bird in one of our freezers?
I couldn't.
I tried to do my own taxidermy. We found a dead bird at a red robin in the parking lot.
It was a pretty good carcass.
So no, he had just died. So
I know,
I
it was a good
I feel
carcass.
like I have enough of this story already.
I just thought that I'd try.
Well, you can finish.
We
Just
got
that
the-
alone.
We got the bird, but we still went in.
I tried to do my own taxidermy. I once
Yeah.
found a bird in a red robin parking lot.
Yeah.
Like that's the headline of my fucking.
I just never did
Journal.
taxidermy before.
Yeah. So it's still
And
sitting
then
there.
what, did you try?
Well, the technique that I found online is to cover it in borax. So I covered it in borax, and then I just put it in the freezer because I didn't want it. I wanted it to mummify, but I didn't want it to like rot. So I put it in the freezer, and I'm too scared to take it out and let it defrost because I don't know if I did a good job of.
It's been in borax for like 3 years.
Yeah. Because I don't know if I did if I did it right. Like I just found that on the internet, like that you can mummify them.
You want to debut it on Replicon Radio? We can pull it out right now.
No, because I don't feel like getting the borax everywhere.
It's for the show.
It's just in. This has been in your freezer for 3 years.
Basement freezer.
Get your food in there?
Not this one.
We
No.
don't use the downstairs.
Oh, you just have a body freezer.
Shut up.
I'm like picturing your fucking like food and shit chilling there.
Oh.
No.
I tried the borax twice. I had a bird's skull, like a bird head,
Yeah.
in the upstairs.
Did I use that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I found that one in the grill of a truck or something.
That one isn't as if like that.
That's also a good specimen though. You better stop blinking
You
like
find that animal, you know?
Yeah. You better stop blinking like that.
Fuck, bro. What is happening here?
So do you want to stay over? Yeah.
No,
We have all kinds of stuff. I have rabbit eyeballs.
Did you see we had something like a
What?
jar that
Yeah.
you were like, it's just sitting in a random box?
I know, I don't know
downstairs.
what box.
Yeah, well, she just realized that the other day. She's bought bones off of like
eBay?
eBay.
No, I bought bones off
No.
of Etsy.
Yeah.
A man that was
A couple times because one of our
You
dogs.
bought bones off of Etsy? Human bones?
Yeah, because like if you know about bird
animal
bones, usually
Yeah.
bird bones, because like you can get a bunch of like random bird bones for a little
I
cheap.
try to see
Why?
like ethical, like people that just find.
Why?
Collection. It's the same reason why I have the bullet that went through somebody's skull and
Yeah.
killed them.
As much as disgusting as it is, that makes sense. What the fuck do you need bird bones for?
So you put them on the wall.
For what?
Decoration.
Bird bones?
Yeah, people put deer heads on their fucking walls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
So why
terrible
not?
and disgusting that is, that makes sense as well.
yeah. So why not?
Because they killed a big deer and
Yeah.
it's like a reward. It's
Yeah,
a trophy.
there's more
It's
animals
a
out
trophy.
there.
Bird bones aren't a trophy, they're on the fucking ground.
Fireflies I found over there.
Yeah, if you don't want
I guess
animals.
it's just kind of like
Yeah,
if the animal is dead, it
Honor
will
it.
live forever in my house.
You honor it by like
By taking its bones and fucking put them in a drawer?
no. See,
Yeah, because what would they do outside?
I mean they would just
I don't know, fucking bury the thing and say a fucking prayer to Satan or something. Whatever it is you fucking.
no.
Animal deity you
we
pray to.
honor it by letting it live in the house.
It's not living in the house, so it's dead.
That's
You
what you
stole
said.
its bones.
That's what you said.
Oh, is your house haunted by animals?
No.
Like the Luxor
No.
Hotel?
No.
You got a bunch of fucking ghost birds flying around? Do they still spy on you when they're dead? Do they still work
Birds
for the
are real.
government when they're
There
dead?
is a bird that's
Birds
up
are
above
real.
our door right now. There's a bird literally. If you go up on our steps and look, I can show you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony is like, wow. Pete is like, whoa.
You got some crazy hair, man.
Yeah. Hi, Tanya.
Yeah. My time, yeah.
Whoa, man.
Yeah. No, every
That's
time we
some
go
crazy hair.
down the stairs, we're fucking eye and eye with the fucking bird that lives above our door.
Oh, yeah.
An actual,
Oh, I have a bird.
Yeah, the
we have a
live bird.
fucking little nest. Right?
Yeah, it's a dove or whatever.
So you think that one's that's the one watching you, obviously.
That one literally.
Everyone has
Have
them.
you noticed that in the afternoon it turns the face in the house?
Yeah, they really just be looking in
They're
the house.
watching. They literally watch us.
Yeah, they love watching us walk up and down the steps. They don't fuck with us when we when we walk in and out of the door.
Come back every year.
Yeah, this every
We have a
year.
bird's nest above our door, and then we had a bird's nest in the wall.
Oh, that sucks.
Like
That sucks.
through somehow like the front. You go to if you look at the front of our house, it's like the top. There's like this. There's like stone parts and then there's wood in between. There's a perfect circle in the wood.
Oh shit.
Goes directly in, and they built a fucking kingdom in there.
That sucks.
And that goes into the walls of the house.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point they did have babies, and we would come on the garage door. They were fucking like nose dive.
See, that's not
I think
alright.
we were trying to get them. They should.
You get the fuck out of here. See, they're welcome back because they don't fuck with us. We don't fuck with them, and they watch us. They, like she said, they literally.
Yeah, the ones in front of our doors never bought, but they want. Obviously, when I'm trying to get your bed, I can't get up there.
Yeah.
I need a ladder to come fuck with you and your kids.
Yeah, that'd be you need to. You're an asshole.
Yeah.
I'll put some fucking inflating foam in your goddamn home.
But they're up there listening to us, and the other ones are watching us. Bro. The fucking government is real.
Fucking get me. Well,
Tanya had her surgery done on her ankle.
well, I'm hoping that it went well.
You back to running marathons today?
Well, I know that she didn't die in surgery, so that's good. Hell yeah.
If something happens, I know somebody that's got some bones.
We would like your bones.
Because
If we could arrange that,
I was
I
offering
would love
your
I would
bones.
love a human skull. That would be fucking cool. Especially one that like but like one that committed suicide where he like blew his brains out. Oh, that'd be fucking cool. Are you kidding me?
That's too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it though? I don't know. It tells a story more than just I have your skull here. It tells a story. I want the story to be told. All right. New goal.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it. You have to pay for it. You're not gonna get it.
I mean, that's
That's
true.
true.
That-
You broke it.
Yeah, that do we have to.
That's what I meant when I said it.
It's alright. She's had a dream. It's fine.
You fucking really.
Oh.
Anybody, send them to me.
Bodies.
Bodies.
Yeah. We got bird bodies, pig bodies, duck bodies, coyote bodies.
Bodies.
Some bodies, anybody's.
Just send them to me.
That-
Legally, of course. I need
You should-
paperwork.
You should not be able to own human fucking remains.
To be fair, we do not own any human remains at this
I
current
mean,
moment.
besides like actually.
We do. Okay. We do.
Well, I'm saying like,
ashes.
but
We
I'm saying
do-
like people in general shouldn't just be able to buy somebody's bones.
You're okay with it. I wouldn't care.
But why?
Well,
What do I wanna do with my bone?
I mean, I want to
I don't
donate
know,
to
but
science, and I don't mind if somebody
Donate to
owns
science
that
is
shit.
way different than fucking dude in the city just bought your
Put
bones.
my dick in the jar. It's fine. You know, look at it on the shelf. Go ahead. It's something to
Why?
be admired. That's why. I
I
want it to live on.
Put your dick in a jar. You might as well put a bird bone in there.
Put balls in there too. You're gonna need a big jar.
Balls. It makes sense. What does your dick turn into? Nothing.
Well, I mean, you can make it to where
It's like
it's
cartilage,
something.
though.
You can make it to where it is. You put a prosthetic in there. They show
Those are
it.
called dildos.
They're not.
Put a dildo in a jar with your
Well, they're not
real
gonna
balls.
shove a dildo into a dick. Put it in the jar. That's not what they would do. They would probably put like a wire in there or something, and maybe inflate it a little bit with some type of like filler.
Who needs that? Nobody.
I'm just saying.
Nobody needs a dick on their shelf or in a box. Nobody needs fucking a human skull on their fucking mantle.
I would like it more so in like
It's serial killer
an
shit.
armoire that has like lights
An
in there.
armoire?
An armoire. Yeah. Yeah, you know, so we like that would be the idea, like to have a whole like murder case where like it would be a bunch of items that were used to kill people, and then like if I could get like a skull or like
Why don't you just put like government, Christianity,
That's too
diabetes? Just put
That's
all
too
those things on
easy.
the shelf.
it's too
You
easy.
should just put a fucking.
What am I gonna get the
Put a
priest
pound
man
of
to touch
sugar
the
in
fucking
there.
Fire boy? Like,
Put his robe.
but I want a
Priest robe, a pound of sugar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you pour salt around it.
A red outfit, a blue outfit.
Yeah.
Those are all things that kill people.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but like, I want the items that do it. Like, if I could get the drill that Jeffrey Dahmer used, if it wasn't destroyed, that would be fucking cool. It did get destroyed, though.
Wouldn't you want his mouth though?
No.
Like what that mouth do?
I mean, that would be pretty interesting to have just a set of teeth like that. Like,
Then 8 people?
Yeah, like that. A tooth that 8 people. I could
Just one
just a
tooth.
singular tooth.
Like 1 tooth for 8 people.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought I was weird because I used to collect ICP and Twisted merch.
That's why I don't buy that much.
I'm out of here.
Oh,
Release.
I have to hide the evidence.
And then once she gets to see, she doesn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
her face
Yeah.
with all her fucking
Yeah.
bird bones.
Yeah.
This is when the government can steal her bird bones.
Well, we can tell you that we've seen the inside of what a bird is, and it's definitely not
Yeah.
government drone.
They're not all. Are they supposed to all be fake?
They literally have it where they say birds aren't real. It's like, well, which one? Like, have you seen a fucking eagle? It was like one of the fucking cargo drones.
Yeah.
They're fucking huge. I saw a crow the other day. It was like, it had a wingspan like this goddamn big. I thought it was like hawk. I was like, holy shit, man.
Those things are birdie.
Yeah.
You set up your OnlyFans?
Yeah. No, it's more like your sex books. You're not hanging.
Oh, I guess. Oh, you have to be hands free to read your sex book because you need your hands.
You got it. You got it.
You're gonna let the dog lick you while you use your hands while you read your sex
We're
book?
not that kind of freak.
That's weird, bro.
We're not that kind of weird.
That's less weird than fucking keeping their bodies.
Well, if you're keeping their bodies, if you do it right, it isn't illegal. Having them lick you, that could be
dog's
illegal.
licking
I don't
her
know if
face.
it's considered illegal.
The
in
dog's
this
licking her face, not.
Yeah, she like puts the side of her face on your mouth, and she wants you to like give her kisses in a non-sexual way because it's gross. Yeah,
It's not gross if they're dead, but if they're alive and they love you.
crows are fucking huge.
Lotus are the same thing. The crows. Just throw back.
Just throw back to what we were talking about.
Just throw back. Anything else we're going to talk about? They announced their stupid shoes.
Ooh, is that the ones that got signed earlier that the guy was talking about?
No, those are the old shoes. Because the new ones are not.
Oh, but they're dumb.
They're like pre-ordered. Oh, they're just expensive. It's that fucking Bull Airs. They make dope ass shoes.
Uh-huh.
If they're like custom, man, they're fucking outrageous. So I don't know how much the Twisted ones are yet, but somewhere between 2 to 4.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But they have, I guess the company has like an actual deal with Nike, so they're Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's fucking outrageous. But if you want them, you can check them out at BullAir.com. What else did we not talk about yet? Oh yeah, fucking Corporate Avenger came out with a new album out of nowhere for the first time in 20 fucking years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How is it? It's a record.
Yeah, the beats. There's only one song I didn't want to listen to.
Yeah.
It's like industrial beats. Like it's actually pretty cool. The one song they tried to be punk rock and it was annoying. But it doesn't. I guess it is Spike, but it doesn't sound like him at first. But I guess he's 20 years older now. So it was a little weird at first. But I don't know anything about it. Nobody does. Nobody knows anything about it.
Yeah.
Like where did it come from? Why is it out? Is it the same members? I don't think Munchie's in the band because Munchie's part of Cotton. There's no information about it. Just fucking released. Just dropped. 20 years later.
That's Reckless. That's some Taylor Swift shit.
Taylor Swift could do things like that.
Yeah, kinda. is saying that their shoes are around $400.
Yeah.
But is that a
that's what
confirmed price?
that's the expected price. We even asked Beaver about it. He's like, I'm pretty sure that's probably good.
Yeah.
Because that's just kind of what they are.
I hope they sell out.
That's what they cost.
Yeah, well, I hope they sell every pair they get. I heard that. That was a rumbling in the tummy.
I told you, bro. It's been going on.
Yeah. That sounded like a fucking horror movie sound effect.
Yeah, it was.
If that would have happened,
I
I'd be talking about
thought there was going to be some fucking intense shit going on over there, but it was more just a lot of movies.
Yeah. Where's that fan video?
Yeah.
It works though. I didn't hear shit.
I heard it.
Yeah. Well, it settles you.
Oh, you know, I don't think we talked about it last week because all we did was awards last week, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't talk about that. Speaking of Hours of Illusion, you can now finally pre-order what many believe will most likely be the final album of Magic Ninja Entertainment. But it's the Gods of Evil Rise, the one that was produced entirely by Replicon.
Ooh, nice.
Finally available for pre-order. It comes out May 9th.
Ooh, put that in the calendars.
Put that in your fucking
Pipe
third
and
smoker.
snooty.
Yeah, you can pick those up now at MiniStore.com. I think they have mask bundle and some other shit sold out. But yeah, it should be good though. It took them fucking 4 years to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's Mikey Clark. I've heard from people who've heard it that said it's that fucking old school wicked shit that you want from some juggalo music.
I'll check it out. I was saying a couple of weeks ago when we brought him up, that, you know, I don't know if I said this on air, but I feel like they really, really dropped the ball on their opportunities that they were given because they were on like the rise so fast, and everybody wanted to, because they were like the Dark Lotus that we love, and they kind of just stopped. Like they were everywhere and then they were nowhere the next day, and it was fucking weird. And it's like, what are you guys doing? And then a couple years later, they come out with another album. It doesn't really get talked about, and like, you know, they disappear again. And now they're coming out with this. I mean, I hope it's like a resurgence, not like just a farewell thing where they just do that and then they disappear again. Because I feel like they were really given an opportunity, and I mean, you know, I love them guys, but you know, to be blunt about it, I feel like they fucked up. They fucked it. They fucked that opportunity because now people, you know, they're not a buzzword anymore, and it's a shame.
I mean, they have a niche little following that buys everything they do, which is dope. Yeah, for that, you know what I mean? They did it. You know
I feel like they have the opportunity.
Like they put a mask out, they'll fucking sell 100 of them at $100. I mean, they'll make their money. They got their
still though. I mean, maybe
they still have it.
But it's not as strong as it was.
I agree. They kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Like the people that pay attention, like I'm saying, their little group, knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? If they do like Axmas, they still did Axmas.
I think that might
have been the only show they did one year.
I think it really hurts them.
And then they do Camp Zool.
That they disappear for many months at a time without releasing anything, and that none of them are on social media.
Yeah,
I think that really, really hurts them in today's world.
Bill's always.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I'm friends with him online, but like, I don't think he like their social
Joe
media.
Enjoyed on this tour.
I think even Lee joined. Like he started posting on. I think he made an Instagram. I wonder if they finally realized, hey, in today's world, it doesn't matter what you feel about fucking social media. You have to have a presence to do anything. Like you have to. You have to be on. Yeah, something.
I know another one of their shows is tonight or tomorrow.
And they can't be doing that. That's bad. That's bad. I mean, you know, they're really nice guys, but the public that don't interact with them behind the scenes, they don't know that, and all they see is that they disappear for years at a time or whatever it may be. And when they do pop up, or you hear stories about them, it's mostly negative. I mean, they're nice guys. I haven't heard like them doing negative things.
Big Sean.
But the only time you hear them talk is it maybe is something negative, and it's
Right.
like
Or selling something.
or selling something. It just seems really disingenuous to the fans. And it comes through, and I just hope that they kind of realize that and they come back and they're like, okay, all right, this Mikey Clark album is good.
I hope it's great. I think
it's great.
I think I remember when it started, fucking however many years ago.
Yeah,
I was like, that's fucking dope.
awesome.
They got Mike Clark to do a whole record.
Yeah,
Because who's done that? I don't think anybody's done that since ICP.
yeah. Not that I know of, but he's done
Maybe
the
Kid
track.
Rock. Yeah, songs here and there, but not a
Yeah.
whole record produced by Mike. Like,
Not, and especially not wicked shit. Yeah.
so I was like, fuck yeah. And they were like on top of the world. Everybody wanted them at all the shows, yada, yada, yada. Like,
Yeah.
they were killing it.
They could have done it. I feel like they had the opportunity that Ouija Mac had for
sure, yeah,
to
absolutely.
usher in a new era. And we were
And from my understanding, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. They're the ones that fucked up Venomous 5.
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
That's all I've heard.
Yeah.
Like, you had the opportunity to be in a super group with Twisted. Like,
A new Dark Lotus, essentially. Yeah, that's what they were selling it.
from my understanding, they fucked it up. I don't think it's ever. I don't think it's happening at all.
Well, no. I wouldn't expect it to.
And it seems like I've heard people that work in these places for these people. Sometimes they talk some shit.
I've seen it firsthand in
I've
real
I've
life.
seen it on Facebook.
No, I've
Talking
been
shit
in
about
person. I've been in person and I've seen it.
Well, yeah. And I don't know if they got an attitude or what. I mean, I know we used to all be fucking super close with them and like come around and fuck with us. I don't know if that's just business or they're busy or what it is, or
That was another thing.
or if it's a direct personal thing. I don't know what it is, but regardless if it's the way you see things, you don't see things. I've heard people say directly, like, obviously they want to do their own thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
But they were in this. They got this deal with him and E, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever it is. I guess eventually they decided it was a bad thing, but that's what gave them the opportunity to make it a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to do it on your own. You don't have to do it bad. Like, you don't have to like.
You're only hurting yourself.
So I mean, I know this record, M&E paid for.
Yeah.
But everything else they're doing all on their own, which is great. Kudos, that's dope. Do
Which,
it on your
from
own.
my understanding, has kind of been what they've always done. But like, they've always had their own merch store aside from M&E merch store.
Yeah.
LLC.
And they make their own money. M&E's not taking a cut of it.
Yeah, LLE.
Which
Shop
is crazy.
Yeah.
If you own the record.
Yeah, I'm sure they pay. They're getting some kickback from
But
it.
it's
But
like, they definitely messed up a lot of opportunities just to I don't know, do it themselves.
and then like fall out of the limelight. Like what are you guys doing? Like they act like they don't want to be in the public eye, but then they bitch and moan about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I get building your own thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
you should. LLE was a great idea. Do your duties on the label, build your own at the same time.
They could have really launched off of that.
Yeah, that could have been.
Like I said, I feel I really akin that to the
Could've
Ouija
been
Back
insane.
thing. I feel like the Ouija Back thing, like they were bringing in a new era of Juggalo. I mean, obviously, Chapter 17ers are a little different. They're more drug oriented and stuff like that. But that's the new era of listeners.
Yeah, but
To
they're
that,
bringing a new. They got
but they're
Fat
bringing it
guys
up.
and
He-
fucking SOA.
I think Ouija, it really brought a resurgence into psychopathic and brought ICP now on TikTok because of Ouija and all that stuff. I feel like we wanted Alazulu to be the new Dark Lotus, and they had every opportunity to do that, and then it seemed like they were just upset or something, and they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
But something happened.
It was like everything was going good. They were doing great. People were loving them. They were getting popular, more popular, more popular. They were doing dope music.
Everybody loved it.
And then they just decided they didn't want to be a part of
They
it.
disappeared. Like they stopped doing
They
anything.
didn't do tours. They didn't do shows. They didn't put out music.
Yeah,
They put out one EP, like kind of on a whim, just to have something to sell at camp. It felt like
yeah.
it's like, oh shit, we have people
Camp
coming to see
even
us.
felt like it was kind of like we're just gonna do this thing now, but like that's the only thing they
That'd
did.
be huge. If they done Venomous 5, and then fucking
What up, Billy?
dropped this and did all that, that'd be fucking huge. Insane. That'd be a whole different thing.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Not saying we don't have love for them still. But
Yeah,
it's like,
we got
what's going on?
but it's sad because those were our homies, and I'm hoping that they still are. But so what are you guys doing? What did you do? What happened? Why? I know life gets in the way with a lot of things, but I mean, you guys had something in the palm of your hands that you really could have made something. You could have really brought a rejuvenation to the, especially that side of the Juggalo world, the twisted side of the Juggalo world. Because, when they signed with M&E and all that stuff, a lot more people realized who they were. And I think now with ICP being on TikTok, and people looking into their older stuff, and I think that they could have really got something off of that too, because they did have the Dark Lotus sound and stuff like that, and like the old wicked shit. Even though they're not clowns or whatever, but you get what I'm saying.
They're forever fist.
Hallelujah.
But you can get the new Gods of Evil Rise pre-order at mmestore.com. The mass bundle did sell out. There's only 50 of them. For every CD you buy, there is a chance of getting a Chase cover. That's
Also,
fun.
if you want exclusive
15
old school
brand new
merch,
tracks. They haven't announced features. I would assume there are some, but I don't know. They're not listed. I know, like when they did the Almighty, they didn't release the features until I think the week of or something.
yeah.
But yeah,
Also, if you want some exclusive old school Alazuli and Blue merch, hit up the Replicon at gmail.com because I know somebody that's trying to get rid of some of their very early Alazuli loose stuff.
fun fact, we were so close to those guys that they asked us to host their biggest album ever release party.
Yeah, yes. And we hosted their Xmas. Did we host two?
I DJ'd one.
Okay, yeah.
They didn't ask. Davis did. Still, I did it.
Days is shit.
I still did it. I was fucking
Yeah, Alazuli Loose.
Yeah, we hosted Xmas and we hosted the fucking Almighty release party, which was like number 4 Billboard
That was like one of their Joker's cards almost. Like
that
was the Almighty was a huge fucking deal. That was like their peak.
I mean, that was like the last album they put out.
They actually put out.
I mean, they put out Church of Zool. They put out fucking Zool Bus.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Lost Lake Estates with everybody. But
It didn't feel
I
like
think that
Zool.
confused people.
Well, it didn't feel like
What
Zool.
else did they put out?
The Mausoleum.
I felt like those were all like EPs.
They were short, weren't they?
But they're just more. They weren't as big as the Almighty.
The Almighty was a.
Which I feel like what Gods of Evil Rise.
It was
like a big
build up to that.
This doesn't come out for a month, so I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about it.
I hope so. I hope it's a rejuvenation and like, all right, guys, we're gonna get serious about this. Like, hey, let's fucking do this. Let's bring it back to the wicked shit. Then yeah, they would kill on TikTok, but they need a social media manager because none of them are gonna fucking do it. We need a social media manager because none of us are gonna do it.
I don't. Rue has a TikTok. I keep telling her to fucking use it more. I don't have it. If I had a TikTok, I would go to work. I need to go to work.
Well, get a TikTok and then post only Replicon.
No, I need to go to work. I have to go to work. I would just be on TikTok all day, playing and scrolling. I'd be doing dances and shit. Fuck that.
I understand.
Can't do it.
You should.
Yeah, I definitely will probably go to Diggy Graves. Diggy Graves is fucking amazing. Digger. I didn't know it was at Pops, but I know we announced that tour. I forgot to share that flyer. sharing pictures. Diggy Graves is fucking sick. Speaking of future women.
Yeah. Never heard of her.
You know Diggy Graves?
No. Wake up!
Wake up.
Fucking sheeple.
Fucking Diggy Graves, bro. Fucking Diggy Graves, bro.
I don't know. He didn't even say it.
You never heard of Diggy Graves, bro?
No, I've never heard of it.
That's great. It's a dude. Sure.
Diggy Graves.
You guys, I feel
Wears
like
a hockey mask?
yeah, I feel like he'd love it.
It looks ominous.
Oh, I heard it. Like he's not really. I mean, I know Juggalos like him, but he's not really in that scene. He just started doing his own thing. But obviously, it's connected on this end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's dope. It's fun. There's the flyer for that tour. Crash My Funeral Tour, starting July 10th in Milwaukee. We played in St. Louis September 24th, so you got plenty of time to plan on that. But I don't think the dude's ever toured. He's done a couple shows.
September 24th?
Yeah. I did not know it was at Pops, though. So that's dope. Weekend, like I said, I'm not even home yet.
Yeah, not the
Trek cleaned up, and oh yeah, there's a Pop. Sweet. Pops. Diggy Graves with Resentful. Ticket pre-sale Wednesday, April 9th. Until Republic, April 11th.
Oh, that's right around the corner. Suicide Boys went on pre-sale today for their grade A tour. Yeah, they're coming to St. Louis. I don't know if I'm going.
Oh, dude, we talked about it last week. I think of like fucking Hollywood Casino Amphitheater in St. Louis. It's killing it.
Oh yeah.
Everyone got mad at them because they started charging for parking. It sucks. But it's like they spent that money. They bought every fucking tour there is.
Yeah.
They announced that. They announced fucking the Kesha Tits Out tour.
We're
and
going to that.
too.
Yeah, we're going to catch this pitch out tour.
You think she's gonna have her tits out?
Fuck no, I wish. VIP.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm busting something for sister out. That's for goddamn
She's
sure.
out there and busted forever face.
You know, I'm busting on somebody's face. If that's for sister out. That's
Her
for
busted
sure.
her knees.
Mhm.
Just she's got forever face in her knees. You don't know if you see your knees.
She does. She does the forever faces on her knees. Those are for sale too for the right price.
Her knees?
Yeah. If you, I feel like that.
How much does it cost to get your wife on her knees?
About
Oh no!
not on the. Get. Yeah, I was only ever in a relationship. I was only ever in a relationship unwillingly with one prostitute
that you didn't know was
that I did know was prostituting or smoking meth.
There could be other
With your best friend that we were also a fucking manager of.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that guy and that relationship.
Happy birthday, Kane. That's what I remember.
I mean, well, that reminds me of Diggy Graves' conversation we just had. I just looked up his he's wearing that mask.
It's funny.
It's goofy.
This is birthday.
Happy birthday.
This is birthday. Facebook memories are weird. Hey, 6 years ago was the first time we had Tom Wood on the show, I think.
That seems, was it that?
It was the second time. Definitely one of the times.
It was one of the times.
It could have been the second time because this is the 6th float, and I just wanted to go to the first one.
Yeah.
Well, it was 2019, so yeah, that does make sense. We had him on in 2019, and then to the float in 2020.
Okay.
This is the 6th float. Oh yeah, it was 20. So that's a year.
Yeah.
That's that whole. That was that whole the gathering thing for a while.
Yeah.
But how's it been this gathering? It's only this year. Now they all leaked out because we skipped here.
It worked out for that. Yeah. That always was annoying. I was at the Tip Haven one when it was in 2009. That doesn't make any sense.
But it does make sense.
Yeah.
Because 0 counts as a year.
Yeah.
2020 was a year, as much as we don't like to admit it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was 2019. And then first vote. Yeah. Crazy. Oh wow, that's crazy. On
What?
this day 6 years ago, the official video for "I Don't Need No Guns."
I got that on my notifications as well. Yeah.
That was 6 fucking years ago.
Well, look at that. Peace doing his own segment. This
Not on purpose, but yeah,
this
it's not normally that fun to look back.
this day in Peace
Stay on my
Facebook history.
Yeah. I want the Wizard World gone.
All right.
Zitro, bro, you haven't made another I Don't Need No Guns in 6 years, dog. Come on, step it up, man. Need another banger. To be fair, I heard him this weekend.
Yeah.
I can't tell you anything about him on there, but I heard it this weekend. Well, I heard one of them. I heard the beat.
Well, you can't say that they're good or bad.
No, they're going to say I just said he made them. They're good. They're good.
Oh,
I just can't
okay.
tell you anything else about
Well,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. He's got a little coming.
Fuck yeah.
For your Tony, you're going to specifically.
Oh, I do enjoy hearing that. I don't know what that means, but I do enjoy that.
I can't tell you.
He's coming out Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
Nice. He's coming out with that.
I had Preach and I had Preach on Party Animal Radio 13 years ago.
Isn't it Boo that guy now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them, I think. Party Animal Radio and the guests.
Yes.
That's fun. Facebook marriage is fun. I don't know why they just notified people.
Yeah, shout out to Zitro. Happy birthday to that.
Happy birthday, Zitro.
Happy birthday.
You would see his more weird is in a picture of like fucking those twisted shoes. Oh my.
That is weird.
The original ones. from 2015.
That, wow. You want to put it up so you can see it? You can see the shoe? No. Only because I haven't seen them. I don't know these shoes.
You know song? The OGs?
No.
You see that?
Oh, alright, it's fresh.
It's making it bigger, but not really making it bigger.
It didn't. COA, nice. Twisted kicks, nice. What do the new ones look like? Also, Montana Josh, while you're looking for that, wants to know, did you buy anything at Astro?
The only thing I bought was a Madrox sketch card. From the pop-up shop.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not true. I bought the Astronomicon exclusive vinyl for Welcome to Houston. I only made 100 of them.
Yeah.
And then I bought the thing I made, the monoxide I mixed
What
earlier.
number did you get? Did they number them?
Yeah, I don't remember. And then I bought the monoxide, the Maxi single that they sold at the show. I guess I had some more.
Uh-huh.
I bought one of those. The re-release, re-recorded. And then they had one of the Revolver mindless. I bought that. And I bought a cheeseburger.
Ooh, nice. A cheeseburger. That's a good time.
I think that's all I bought. I didn't really buy a whole lot. Last year, I think I bought a shit ton of stuff. I bought fucking like a whole box of comics and all kinds of shit.
What PS2 game did you find? Or you got, Josh?
PS2 game.
Yeah.
Screenshot that.
Ooh, Burnout. Man, I'm trying to think of which Burnout it was. I fucking love that game. Oh, it's like a free show. With like, do you remember those fucking those slammers that they had with those, like, it was like a toy they had, but it had those type of faces on it, and like you would just throw them down. I think they were called slammers.
Slammers and
No, not slammers and pogs. These were different. But
they had a whole weird fucking drop with it too.
That's a goofy face.
Yeah.
That's a goofy face.
It's like the split face, but it's weird.
No, they were silly slammers. That's what they were, silly slammers. Here, I'll look it up on my phone so I can show you the silly slammers, because that's what it reminds me of. Is that
image is on Freak Show.
That's like a silly slammers version of that. Like pull up the Freak Show and look at those. Hold on, I gotta pull up my screen.
Especially just the way it's positioned on there and shit.
Not mad balls, silly slammers. Like you would slam it and then they would say something funny. Like they're mostly talking shit or something.
Yeah, I think they're cool, and I also think they're ugly at the same time. Like, I wouldn't wear them.
I like the color scheme.
Yeah, they'd be cool to have.
I don't like the silly slammer and Freak Show face.
They'd be cool to have for not that amount of money, because I would never fucking wear them. Never, and they're not worth that amount of money. I get it. You gotta pay Nike. You gotta pay fucking everybody else.
I definitely wouldn't wear those ever. I would literally be buying those to keep them in a box.
Yeah, and I buy shit like that.
And here's the deal:
that much fucking money.
if we're being real here, you're not going to make a return on that. You're not. There's no way. Now, I mean, I just don't see a universe where Twisted shoots into superstardom where those are going to be.
Well, I assume they're going to be limited.
Well, they're going to be limited, but like you'd be buying them to ever make a profit.
Oh, me, like as a consumer,
as a collector,
like to buy them for $450 and resell them for money. Yeah,
maybe immediately after, but like
if they sell out and there's only like 100.
I don't think anything after 5 years you're not gonna really make a return on. I mean, probably they're obviously gonna sell out, or at least they're gonna tell us that.
I was just gonna tell you Ghost upstairs, but I guess she left.
Oh yeah, she ran upstairs.
I was like,
no, I think the reason why this house isn't haunted, because this house was built in 1901. The reason why this house isn't haunted is that they did a full renovation in this house. They like literally replaced all of the drywall. They replaced most of the flooring on this level. They've replaced pretty much anything that would contain any energies from years gone by. They did away with it. So that there's no energy in this house whatsoever. We've lived in some houses that were definitely fucking sketchy. I think the one that we lived at on the State Street, that one, I think that was black mold mostly. I think our hallucinations were mostly black mold because we had a lot of dreams. We both had a lot of dreams about spiders. Woke up a lot thinking that there were spiders crawling on our skin. And like we both had that a lot. I think it was a lot of black mold. But when I lived at where my backyard was the cemetery, there was a lot of ghost shit in that house. I physically have seen things being thrown across the room. She has seen people looking down on me. She actually said I got possessed there for a little bit, where I would wake up in my sleep and I wouldn't be me and all that shit. And usually I remember waking up and stuff like that.
Who were you? Bird Bones?
No, I wasn't Bird Bones. We didn't have Bird Bones then.
Oh.
Yeah, Bird Bones is later on. Yeah. I don't think any of the birds that we have make that noise when they were alive.
Why not?
Because they're all tiny birds.
You knew when they were alive?
Well, the species, they're more smaller species. Those are bigger. That's more like a crow type thing. I would love to have a crow carcass, but the thing about that is that's carcass, bones, skeletons, crocus. And I would like the skeleton crocus. That sounds like the scientific name for the crow.
Crocus?
The crocus skeleton.
Crocus.
Yeah. Oh, I also popped into a few Swills podcasts. Yeah. I
think they're live right now.
Shout out. They've been going live like a lot, like multiple days all this week. I popped into one and they didn't have a chat room on YouTube. I was like, I didn't even know this was possible. Like, what are you doing?
Have they turned it off or something?
Yeah, they turned off the chat room. I was like, I didn't know you could fucking do that. Really?
You can't. But why?
Well, apparently they were trying to push their Twitch chat. But the next day,
so I would just ignore it if I didn't really fuck with it.
Yeah, right. Well, they were trying to get people to go over there. And then, like, the next day or the day after, they were live again. I popped in there, and they had a chat room. And hello. They were having technical issues. Which I was like, yeah, I can relate.
Shouldn't like join them or hang out or nothing?
No, because I was in bed. They were like super late. And I was like, I'm not. I was only in there for like 15, 20 minutes. I wasn't there very long. And then they kept like ending
according to YouTube, somebody's live over there right now.
Oh, on Swills? We should. I wish we had the wherewithal to fucking storm their podcast, but I don't think we have the technological know-how. I mean, we could. I mean, maybe with our setup that we have right now.
I don't know how to join them. I mean, I could put them on our screen.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to join them and be live on ours, but one of them. Well, I mean, technically, we're not on our normal day, so we would have to join them.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've been live for 3 hours. How long have they been? Are they even dedicated? The Replicon radio.
How do you tell that?
What? I don't. It says live started X amount of minutes ago.
Well, like an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
I just scrolled back.
Oh well, that also works.
That was your Replicon Radio podcast of the year, too, by the way.
That is true. You guys should go and show them some love. Tell them Replicon sent you. Tell them. Shout out to the family. They haven't been in here tonight, but we're not on our normal line. So they're over there and they're doing their shit now. So I forgive them. I forgive y'all.
You can hear them right now. You can't, but everyone else can.
Can I hear them up with you now? I can't. Come on.
They got some weird band playing inside of a porta potty.
Alright. Yeah, it seemed like chaos over there. I didn't know exactly what was happening.
It's okay. I don't either. I'm going to leave a comment.
Be like, we're talking about you right now on there. Yeah, that's probably there.
Yeah, and if you guys didn't watch last week's episode, man, go watch last week's fucking episode.
It was pretty good. It was a good episode.
Could have been awesome. A good name for every other band. Which one? I wish I knew
What name, Emily?
I'm sure we said some shit.
Yeah, what
I
name
fucking
was
love
a
you,
good
man.
name for a heavy metal band?
Emily, do you know we love you? We sit around and we collect our bird bones and our pig fetuses and we drink our alcoholic beverages and we go, man, we sure love fucking
I dropped a
13
coyote
Emily.
call.
Threnally.
Ceremony.
Hey,
I will.
And we don't know who you are.
You know how this duck's head fell off? It got decapitated by a third eye thing. What is it called? It's an evil eye mirror that had a bunch of spikes on the side of it, and it actually decapitated it because it fell behind the fireplace, and it caught it on the way down. And so we had to reattach the duck head. Might as well. I mean, Paul's not talking, and we bring this back up. The fetal pig fetus.
They're talking about us now.
Oh, are they? Because you commented. Did you comment as Replicon Radio? See, I only commented as
Yeah, I just said y'all are wild. All that twisted shit. Astrogliding, they're just talking shit.
As they should be. You fucking Twizzler.
And their fucking stream is terrible.
Oh, dude.
Like it's just I'm like, okay. Well, much love, y'all.
Yeah.
Go check them out when they're not.
Shout out
when
to
it's not fucked up.
Swills. Well, I think that's just kind of what they do.
Oh, that's what I'm purpose.
Because it was kind of choppy when I saw it.
Oh yeah, and we stopped and visited Cartoon on the way home and gave him his awards.
Nice.
And we got to meet not meet. Let's see, not recorder. We got to see Enoch. Got to meet El Fortune in real life. He was on the show.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I didn't even, dude. Okay, Josh, if you're still here,
He is.
everybody, my favorite part of Astronomicon, legit, was we were sitting there. It was the end. It had to be. It was right before Bruce Campbell, so it was right after the Twisted panel. Rue finally arose from his deathbed because he showed up in while it already started. We were sitting, came and sat at the end of the room. We got up. There was this beautiful blonde lady, like a woman.
Like a real woman.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's a difference between this girl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This fucking beautiful woman, blonde woman, walks up and looks at me and she's, "Are you Replicon Radio?" German as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. She's like, "Oh my god, I love you guys. I follow you."
That's fucking wild.
And I was like, "This is real,"
Yeah.
And she was German as fuck. It was, but I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just blown away. You know what I mean? Like, she was super nice. She had, I don't know if it was her husband or her family. Like, she was like 3 people there. They're all like, "Oh, nice to meet you." Everyone's fucking shaking hands. It's like, it's so cool to put, see your faces, and I follow you guys. I love you guys, and like just German the whole time, like stereotypical, like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and she's just the biggest grin in the world, like, just so happy. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, I still don't know what to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole time in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, so nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? There's just like, well, and then we did the Bruce Campbell. I was like, how fucking dope is that, dude? I'm like, Germany's fucking with us, and it's fucking this fucking gorgeous woman. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's fire. I'm like, tell all your friends.
That's a twofer.
Tell all your German friends, bro. Yeah, you had dinner with them. Fuck yeah. But that shit was so fire, dude. Like, just the idea that someone, you know what I mean? Like, not that everybody's not dope as fuck, and you know what I mean? Juggalos are dope as fuck. But Juggalos can be kind of a small community, a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of knows.
I feel like we're on the island here.
Yeah. And then it's like some fucking, you know what I mean?
We have like 8 Juggalos that aren't in the US.
Obviously, she wasn't there for us. We're not that fucking cool. But it's still like, that's fire that you're over there and you know who the fuck we are and you watch our shit, you follow us.
Yeah, did you tell them to come in the chat? Like, hey.
Right, it's probably fucking tomorrow afternoon there or something.
Well, if you're watching,
like we had Sean Tillman on. It was fucking 1 a.m. there when he said it was.
Well, if you're watching this beautiful German lady, just you fucking leave a comment in our chat. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, I wish I would have went to Leo's with you, man. That's when we went to that sugar factory and met up with Nada in the city. But I wish we would have went over there. I wish I could have done both things at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes, it actually happened. Montana Josh saw her too. It's a real person.
Confirmed.
I mean, she wasn't like hitting on me.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she came up to me and told me how handsome I was or something. That was the dream. But she enjoyed our show, which is even better. It's way more important.
It honestly is better.
It's way more important.
We would much rather you guys be a fan of what we do.
Facts.
And be
Yeah, you telling me you enjoy Replicon Radio and you follow us and you like our shit is way cooler than you being attracted to me.
Yeah.
I can go fuck about that shit.
Support our shit.
Yeah. This Replicon Radio won't have an erectile dysfunction that I might. This motherfucker ain't gonna die.
Not for long, you gotta hit up that Ric Flair Blue Chew.
I know he's just kidding for a minute. You can fuck with me. It's cool. I love you. I just wanted a whole rant about how much. That's what reminded me. I was talking about how much I love you, and it reminded me about fucking love in real life.
Yeah.
That's real love. I don't have to. I can't. I mean, I could fuck it up, I guess, but I don't have to worry about fucking that up as much as I do real love.
Yeah.
I just keep doing what I'm doing, and you already like it.
Yeah.
He goes by full-sized Frankie. That's her husband. I didn't know I was going to be afraid of the man, but Jesus Christ. Full-sized Frankie? That's it. And to be fair, he wasn't like a big guy.
Yeah.
So that has to mean something.
That has to mean something.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that means something. That's wild. But shout out to him too. I'm just kidding.
Shout out to full-size Frankie.
That's fire. That's actually a fire ass name. I wish that was mine. I wish that was mine.
Full-size Frankie P.
Yeah, full-size Freaky.
Yeah.
Full-size P.
Yeah, full-size.
Oh, see? Full circle right there.
Hey, we're not genies out here. We're not granting wishes.
Fuck yeah, bro. I love it. But it was a great time. I hope they do come back to Astro. Astro 10? What happened to 9? We still got to go to 9, bro.
Well, he said when he was on air that he's 9 for 9.
Well, no, they said they'll come back for Astro.
Well, he's saying that he's been to 9, so obviously if they're in a conversation, they go probably how many it was there, and he goes 9. But then we'll be back for 10.
Maybe. That might be what
so that would be the
or
next
they
one.
need to take a year off before they fly back to fucking the United States. That's a trip, man.
That is a trip.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine if Twisted was like, oh, we're doing Astronomicon in Germany. I'm probably not going to make that.
Yeah, if I want to go to Germany, I'm not going to ask.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or maybe I would. Maybe that would be, okay, Astronomicon's this day, and this day. I'll just take a fucking
weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe that would give me a go. I mean, that's what ICP did. They fucking they made me. There's all kinds of places I probably wouldn't have went if I didn't go for Juggalo Weekend or a gathering or whatever it may be.
That's the beauty of it.
That's why we're like, fucking start moving that thing around again, bro.
Yeah, I was just dumb, and I went the years that they kept them in the same fucking spot.
Yeah. That is hilarious. Emily, we love you. Remember, that's the whole thing. You're supposed to have, like, I don't know. When are we going to meet you in real life? I want to meet everybody in real life.
Yeah, we want to meet you guys.
Even
though I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you have to come here to meet him.
Yeah.
Fucking play with his bird boats.
You can play with the bird boats. Be very careful, though. They're very fragile.
But I guess that's it. We made it through an episode somehow.
Actually,
If you guys want to Astro, leave a comment. I want to hear your favorite stories or all the shit that I didn't talk about tonight.
you can tune in next week and hear Rue's recap of the Astronomicon, which is going to be way more in-depth, I'm sure.
Facts. And premiering right now on this same channel is brand new leaked Lex the Hex.
We stole it from him.
It's stolen.
And
It's
we're
stolen. I
putting
can't
it up
tell you where
without
we got it.
permission.
It's It's live right now.
Yeah.
It's halfway through the song right now. So go check it out and tell us what you think.
Well, actually, Emily, you wouldn't meet me at the Astro, so you're gonna have to come up with a different plan if you want to be.
We run our car. We own cars.
I mean, to go to Astro, I'm not going there.
She can't. All right. We're out of here. We love y'all.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, I see my stuff. Wait, how do I get to my stuff?
Don't say nothing crazy. They can still hear us.
What's the doors? The doors. I didn't know you were updating my computer.
Tune in, we can't be beat. Replicon Radio. Everywhere you wanna go. From the city to the show.